Broadcast.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another Junkyard Breaks live with the boys. What's going on, fellas?
It's going for show. A little snowy today in central Pennsylvania. How'd you guys fare?
Oh, you got snow?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
we got
nothing.
flurries, but none of it stuck.
They
Yeah,
brine the streets like crazy, so there's nothing really.
Penn State was closed today.
Penn State was closed. How much snow
Yeah,
did you get?
we just got like 3.5 inches, but
What
there's a
is
lot of ice too.
what is this,
So
Atlanta?
so a couple years ago, they used to apparently never close at all. So my first year working at the university,
Uh huh.
we got like a foot of snow the one time, and after that they didn't close. And then we got like a 2 inch of ice storm, and they didn't close. And like six people broke bones slipping and falling on ice
What's up,
on
Michael?
campus. So since then,
Wow.
they've been a little more quick to shutter things.
But
Saying
they
hi to
actually,
Michael.
in a couple schools
Well,
around
Michael,
here, they actually did a 2 hour or early dismissal.
yeah, I mean, for me, it doesn't matter a ton because I'm responsible for our building, and I had to go in to
You
close the
are?
building. Yeah,
Wow.
so I had to go in and close our building anyway. So
And Jimmy,
I
you
still
only
went.
commute on Tuesdays,
Yeah, Tuesdays.
so you dodged one.
Do you know that the entire time I went to school at Pratt, both Manhattan and Brooklyn, I never had a snow day.
Never.
Never.
Well, it was only what 2.5 years, 3 years,
2.5 years,
two,
but
two and a
still,
half years. No, I know that's pretty incredible.
still.
Yeah, that's awesome. I guess sometimes no snow. I didn't think we were gonna get snow this year. Everybody said that the drought was gonna continue into winter, so no humidity, no snow.
No moisture.
Yeah.
Um, so any pickups this week? Dolph, I saw you had about 45,000 mail calls for cards this week, or was that an earlier video?
I recorded the video for it. I haven't published it yet, but yeah,
Okay, I
that
was watching one of the ones you published this week. It was a
did.
ton of mail call stuff.
Yeah, that was an older one, but the one I
Okay.
just did with Nick was a blast. We had tons. It was mostly, I didn't even realize I had, I guess over the break, bought enough Batman 66 cards to complete my set. so,
Oh, nice.
so I did complete it already, just not the red and the blue. This is just the black set, and I do have
Okay.
two. I have two number one, so I have an extra number one. So that
So
card
what
goes
I
for
had
decent
talked
money.
to you
Yeah,
over text the other day was the either the red or the blue, right?
right. And
Uh,
I
it has
still I only have three reds and one blue, so I definitely and
oh
that's
yeah,
a 44 card set. So I'll be
yeah.
working on that one.
I would say the fellow that I had, they were all that A suffix. So whether that's
Yeah,
blue, maybe I'm not sure.
yeah.
Um,
What's up,
and
Alex?
they probably had 50 cards in the snap case because they had duplicates too.
Yeah,
But some of the cuts on those cards are laughable. I
yeah.
mean,
Oh yeah,
they're parallelograms. You know, they're
yeah,
not squares.
yeah.
Or I'm sorry, not rectangles. It was hilarious.
Well, if you watch my eBay sniping video, did you see the Fred McGriff card that I pulled? It's
You
so
mean
long ago,
the
I wouldn't even know
yes,
where to find it.
yes,
But that Fred
yes.
McGriff rookie was ridiculous. I've never seen
That's
anything.
that's exactly what they were like. They were
Yeah,
cut like
that's
this.
bad. It's all Topps chewing gum too, so I mean it's quality. They're quality cards. The sad thing is I bought an eBay lot and I didn't realize that 50% of it all had Michael Collins and the date written on the back of them. So now I go from this 55 card set is to improving every card that needs to be improved. Certainly the ones with Michael Collins on the back. There's no checklist, so basically only the number one and the number two Batman and the Boy Wonder card are the only cards that have value,
Oh,
and
really? I thought they
those are
were all.
halfway. I mean, they all go for, but in higher grade, between $25 and $45 a card in higher grade. But I'm not worried about that. I just want
Yeah.
a decent complete set. I'm not looking to send these all off to PSA for sure. I mean, both of my number ones have huge creases on the fronts of them, so they're cool though. I mean, how cool is this card?
Yeah.
I mean, that is awesome, and it's
What
got. Go ahead.
what was the deal with Topps in '66 that they were trying? I mean, all of
Yeah,
those
I
sets
know.
are from '66.
A
They
lot of them. I found the non-sports card website that basically had Batman. It was Batman. There's a Superman set. There's a Spider-Man set from the '70s.
yeah. What wasn't
There's
there? Was there a Marvel superhero set in general from
so
'66 as well?
that's 75 is the sticker set. Um,
Uh-huh.
but there might be a card version.
Yeah,
I know the
that
Spider-Man set is older.
that
Um,
big auction that I sent you guys the other day. The Star Wars one.
yeah,
There is the Marvel superheroes cards, and I want to say it was also from '66.
maybe.
Sealed box, um, and the auction estimate was bonkers. It was like 20 to 30
Yeah.
grand for the box.
I would
Like
say from the mid 50s to the early 70s is probably like the honeypot of non-sports. There's some really cool sets in there. Obviously, I'm still collecting my Mars Attack set, which I've been.
Sure.
Where is that? Where is that? I don't know. This is the one. These are all my dupes. Oh, this is dupes for Batman and for Mars Attacks. I don't know. My Mars Attack set should be around here somewhere. But anyway, I'm still working on that, and that's more expensive. There's a couple of key cards in there that I don't have, and they're a bit pricey. But I do have number one, and I do have a checklist. That first card I thought was going to cost me like $1,000 at some point, but I found one for really cheap, in like the $200 range. So it's there as a placeholder. Yeah.
Was it also owned by Michael Collins at one point in time?
It's not bad. It's really not bad. I could probably get like a 4, maybe a 3 at worst on it, and those go for decent money.
It's crazy.
So yeah, Mars Attacks is definitely, not back again, but I think people are waking up to its. Yeah, here it is, right here.
To its appeal.
To its appeal, yeah. I mean, yeah. There's my Mars Attacks set there, and I found the packet, wrappers, and I printed a
Cool.
little thing for each one. So like that's the actual Batman wrapper from '66, and the same. This is '62, I think, is the Bubbles Mars Attack set. I think it's '62. But yeah, but I do have a very nice mail call right here.
Mail call.
So
Is it comic related?
it is comic related. We can open this up right now.
Yeah, let's do it. Jimbo, you got some mail call too, right?
Yeah, I got in a couple from Two Pence Staples.
Why don't you go? Oh, nice.
I didn't get any. I didn't get anything this week. I am rebagging and boarding right now.
Thanks, Michael. So I was on, and I have is some places I don't share where I get stuff just because, I've lost a lot of places to buy things, due to people finding out about it. But this one I'm not gatekeeping. I get from comiclink.com. Everybody should know it. It's a really good auction site for comics, and I got that Brother Voodoo is an 8.0. I got it for, how much did I spend on that thing? Like $280. It's like a $600 book. I got a bunch of other stuff that was like super cheap. But alright, so this is the first one. It's an 8.0. It's got the nice Comic Link advertising on it. There we go. But this is an 8.0, and it is a Demon 1.
Ooh.
Which I have one, but mine's really garbage, and I love this Kirby cover. And an 8.0 is a nice higher end cover. But yeah, I did not spend a lot for this one. I think I got it in. I could probably clean and press that too, actually.
That's that's a '70s title.
72.
Early 70s?
Yeah, 72. But I have a feeling they could do something with this character. Like, he's a great DC character.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of really cool DC characters that I think are more primed for gun,
Yeah,
for gun potential. Even cool characters that are just cool looking,
yeah, you know,
like Mr. Miracle's cool looking, Martian Manhunter's super
yeah,
cool looking.
definitely.
You know, like Demon is cool looking.
I got this
Like
for
just for
$125, which I think's pretty damn cool.
He could do the Mr. Miracle Big Barda storyline. That's right up a James Gunn alley.
All right, so Jason knows because I think I shared it with him.
Yeah, you bought these during our thing last
I
week.
bought these during our chat last week. So, long story short, I was at Comic-Con this year, and this was after me trying to get a Hulk, which didn't end up happening. This was the book that I was kind of hunting for. Man, this could use a press too. This might be a cracker. But anyway, this was one of the books that I was looking for. It is Fantastic Four #6. This is the second appearance of Doctor Doom, the second Silver Age appearance of Silver Surfer, and the
ever super villain team up.
First ever villain team up.
In
These were going for 3,000 in a 3.5 up. I know Very Gary had one at his site at a 3.30, and I think he was asking $4 for it. I got this for $1,200. So great deal. The market's definitely coming down, course correcting, but this was a good deal on top of that. So I love this book. And second Doom 1 is already out of a lot of people's reach. So Doom's second appearance is man, that pose though. The hula dance is pretty.
The beach blanket bingo.
Yeah, the beach blanket bingo.
They're both beach blanket bingo.
He actually looks like he's doing walk like an Egyptian.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
You can see all the. I think you can see like the creasing. You see on Reed. There's definitely some creasing there, man. This could definitely use a press and a clean. Man, I really think I can make this better.
Look at Submariner moondogging in it though.
He's moondogging it.
Yeah.
He's doing the twist. But anyway, that's my big mail call, which I'm excited about.
Had you actually opened them yet, or did you?
No, I just opened them right now.
That's awesome.
Actually, my wife signed for him this afternoon. I was like, C-Link. I was like, what's C-Link? I was like, oh, Comic Link. Not only that, they make it. She has to be 21 or over to open this stuff to sign for it.
Wow. Did she have to take a? Did the UPS
driver
for
her ID?
Shot.
They did not ask for her ID.
Everybody.
But anyway, that's a monster right there.
That's awesome.
And a great deal, really great deal. So yeah, great.
That
book.
goes with your Doom, which is what a 1.8.
0.5.
Doom's 0.5.
My Doom is 0.5 only because the Hulk ad is cut out.
Right.
Otherwise, it's a pretty nice book. But yeah, so I probably like if it had a what is it, a green label, it would probably be in like the 4 or 5 range. But it's a 0.5 blue, which I'd much rather have the blue, to be honest.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know what the
they make that a very ugly shade of green. I think just so people hate it.
Yeah, it's ick.
I mean,
it just gives you the ick. Yeah. So anyway, that's it for me. I don't really have. Although I mean, sports card guys, I will have a very nice card next video, next live chat.
Will you have it back already?
No, not that one. I bought. I guess I can say it.
Is that in transit though? The other book, the other?
No, not yet. Actually, I don't know if Alex is still here, but me and Alex got to meet up and go through some more cards to submit. I definitely want to submit a bunch of stuff. No, I got a what is it? A 2000? Is it a 2000? 2000 Bowman Chrome Tom Brady rookie.
Tom Brady rookie? Yeah,
Raw.
it would be.
It's
It would be
raw. What's that?
no. Would it be 2000 or
Yeah,
2001? Yeah, I guess it's 2000.
I can look again. I'm pretty sure it's 2000.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I missed out on an auction, then immediately found some other guy that's selling his raw. I made an offer and he took it. So it is on its way. It is. Sign in. Sign in. Oh my God, I'm a human. eBay. Why does it do this?
Yeah, some of those high-end Brady rookie cards, like his contenders autograph,
Yeah,
man, they have had a wild year. I
they've had
mean,
a wild years, right?
like a lot of sports cards, there was like a $55,000 to $60,000 fluctuation
Yeah,
in grade on the same card.
yeah, 2000. That's it. And I do have another Batman lot coming. I really overbought. I have a lot of doubles. If anybody else wants to put a set together, definitely you'll be on your way. I might even be able to do 2 sets because I have 2 number 1s.
The Topps Chrome is probably his best base rookie.
The 2000 Bowman Chrome is his best base rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful card too, with the gold and the green and the black. It's really nice.
Jim, you know that sports cards have gotten out of control in terms of like total numbers and stuff like that. And a guy that Dolph and I watch a lot, Chris Sewell, he did this breakdown of 3 basketball rookies the other day. Shaquille O'Neal from '92, Kevin Durant from 2007, and Zion Williamson from 2000 and whatever 19.
3 years ago. Yeah.
It was just based on the number of cards they have from their rookie year. I took a screenshot. So there's 50 unique Shaquille O'Neal cards that were created in 1992. That includes gold, parallels, everything. 50. There were in 2007, Kevin Durant had 582
unique rookie cards.
Unique rookie cards.
Oh my
in
God.
2007. How many do you think are unique for Zion Williamson in 2019?
Dude, for every sub, he had six versions. 2,000.
2,372 different.
My God, that's crazy. And they're all, and he sucks. I mean, I don't like him. I think he's lazy.
I mean, that's crazy though. Like, if you thought about when we were kids, like I collected Don Mattingly,
It'd be
and
like 4.
I probably still have
3,
700 or 800 unique Donnie baseballs, and that was a lot when we were kids.
the
But
best is Jerry Rice. There's only one 85 Topps card. That's it. 85,
Yeah.
86.
86.
That's it. He's got one rookie. That's why I like Fred McGriff. 86 Donruss. One rookie. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everybody at that point in time, like
Ricky Henderson just has the one card before the Fleer and the Donruss came out.
Yep.
Yep.
His second year.
I miss those days, man. You want one card? You want a rookie? There's one card to get. That's it.
There also wasn't any O-Pee-Chee or Tiffany at that point in time, so it truly has just one rookie.
Yeah, O-Pee-Chee goes back away.
So any Zion Williamson fan, they'd probably get the whole set of rookies by the time he retires.
Oh, Jim, the problem is there's like $100,000 cards in that 2,372.
Because you're adding all the autos, all the patch autos. There's like so many.
Out of those 2,300, there's probably, I don't know, 50 that are one of ones. There's only one that exists of them. It's bizarre.
The one thing though about basketball is if you're looking for base, then it's Prism. It's definitely got to be the Prism card. So like since football lost the Topps license, the Patrick Mahomes rookie is really the Prism rookie. That's the only one to really go for. And then of course from there you got the Prism Silver, which is probably like a more desired version of it, but that's the version. It's Prism. So like there is a top of the line version of the card because there's the Donruss, which is paper, the Optic, which is glossy, but that's it. I mean, pretty
Does
much the same
Mahomes
for
have a-
basketball.
Does Mahomes have a Prism rookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Yeah, he's got a
2017.
Prism rookie, Optic, Donruss, Select. I like his Optic rated rookie is my favorite. I don't particularly like the Prism card. But whatever. That's where the money is.
This is true.
Anyway,
true.
Jimmy, what do you
All
got?
right, Jamal.
Oh well, I got some hot ones. Hot Adam Hughes from Ben
That's
Staples
exactly how I tape the back of my comic books.
in Penn State.
Straight from Penn
I
State.
got some X-Men classics, Adam Hughes covers I didn't have before. Oh, I'm taking it off the wrong side, so I have that one.
I
They're
would have
great
never known they were Adam Hughes.
Yeah, there's certain spots on each cover, especially the
Where you
Storm
can tell
one.
for sure.
You
Yeah,
can
I could
tell.
see that Rogue definitely looks like Adam Hughes there. Is it
And you
Storm?
got,
Does Storm look like an Adam Hughes Storm?
Yeah,
Can
the
you zoom
X-Men
in,
gal
Jimmy? Can you put her closer?
have still never been bustier.
Yeah, Jean Grey definitely looks like Adam Hughes there.
Yeah,
That's
she was starting to
that's an
get
easy
there.
one. Yeah.
and then this one is like a well-known Adam Hughes one now at this point.
Yeah, see, even that.
Out of all the
I wouldn't have guessed.
Out of
Adam
all the
Hughes.
X-Men classics, this is probably the one that everybody remembers.
Yeah.
Well, that one in the Phoenix, Jim.
Yeah, this and the Phoenix one. Yeah.
Cool. How many of those do you need now?
Not too many X-Men classics left.
I think
Maybe
you need
one or
one.
two.
I think we're
One.
already breaking the rules we set for last year or for last episode about Jimmy going through his checklist of.
Well, this is not Jason told me these don't count towards my 100.
Yeah, they don't count
Why?
towards the,
What?
they don't.
No,
They
they
don't
don't.
count
They don't count towards the 100 unless
They don't
it's
count
a
towards
very,
my
unless
100.
it's a very early birthday present.
You actually said
Technically,
that.
this is my.
I did say I imposed the rules on.
You said that you knew that I bought those for him last year, and so
That's-
it didn't count.
that's
for
true.
this year's.
Yes, correct. Okay.
this year's
So
number.
yeah, they don't count.
And it,
So right
and,
now I
and
have-
it is my rules that I'm imposing on Jimmy's quest.
So speaking of rules, I don't know if you guys prepare anything, but I did mention about like Jimmy had said he wanted to do 100 Hughes books this year,
Yeah.
and I thought like, Dolph, is there anything? I know we had talked a little bit about like maybe keys that we wanted to try to get this year, but is there any collecting goals that you might have for this year? I mean, you talked just a little bit about wanting to get these card sets, but
Yeah.
is there any comic collecting goals that you'd like to try and accomplish this year?
Comic collecting goals.
Yeah.
Hulk 1 is still my mission, and now that the comics have course corrected, it's more realistic this year than it was last year.
Yeah.
I think I could maybe get a Hulk 1.
Do you think that's still a NYC? Like when we go next year, do you
Maybe.
think
Yeah, maybe.
another summer at the flea market? And
Yeah, but I
possibly,
think I'm gonna keep looking at Comic Link and see if I can get one.
Sure.
It's way cheaper to get one on Comic Link, and their fees aren't
Really?
so bad. So
Yeah.
I think I paid. I could tell you right now because it was $1,200 and $175. The fees were buyer's premium was $41, $50 to ship, and $97 for tax. So it's kind of like, but I know these are all slabbed already. I definitely could have got like if I had the liquid for it, I could have got a Hulk 2.0, I think, for under 20 in that sale.
How did they ship? Did they ship
They
UPS?
ship really nice. They ship FedEx,
Okay.
but they ship very well. I've always been very happy with the way Comic Link ships their stuff.
I'm getting one in that I ordered a couple weeks ago. It's still in January.
Mhm.
But it's coming from Canada, so it's not here yet.
Nice.
And it's an awesome cover. It's a DV8, which is what if you remember that really short run
Yeah.
of comics called DV8. So it's a Dave Stevens cover, but the character's looking in the mirror, and in the mirror, Adam Hughes drew the reflection.
Oh, okay.
So it's a Dave Stevens Adam Hughes combo, and in that respect, it's sort of like a really cool one for me since I love both of them so much. So yeah, it's that one's coming, and then I have my Scarlet Witch and the Scarlet Witch Virgin that is coming in It's been shipped, so it should be here any day.
Why
That
is
one
my-
I ordered.
Just realized my lights are flashing like crazy.
Yeah, you got a stream back there.
There we go. Let's do the slow fade. I was about to have an aneurysm.
Yeah. I was gonna say we can't have
What
any
the-
epileptic.
I just thought it was I just thought it was a rave. Yeah.
So we can't have any folks that are prone to epileptic tendencies in the.
You should have a warning in the beginning of the video. Anyone that
So
you're affected
remember,
by strobe lights.
so remember what I did say. I said I'm not gonna fall victim to modern comic FOMO this year. That is a goal. So I'm
Okay.
not like if they're gonna announce a movie, and it's some modern key, some fly by night. I'm definitely not going to chase that dragon this year like I did a bit last year. And because I'm not one to quickly have it graded and flip. So
Right.
I end up hanging on to it, and then I lost the juice, and then I basically don't make money
Right.
because I'll have held on to it past its interest. So I lose.
And you'll have 7 Arthur Harrows.
I have 7 Arthur Harrows, which I can make money on, but not
Right.
what I could have
And-
made.
Right. You're not buying into them at a high price point. You're actually doing the right thing in acquiring them typically, but
Yeah,
you're
but
not.
I'm not
unloading them.
taking advantage of. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not. So that's where I've recognized that, and because I don't flip them, I should have flipped. I bought 8. I should have flipped 6 of them.
To a great extent, though, too. I mean, I was going to talk a little bit about this. It's like I don't know if that's even a possibility right now. Like, it definitely seems like even though it made really no sense why people continue to fall for it, for the last 18 months, it seems like less and less people are able to take advantage of it. It seems like more people are still getting to take advantage of like the M&M Spider-Man cover and stuff. Like people are still
That's ridiculous.
going crazy for that stuff. I saw I think a 9.9. Somebody got a 9.9 back, and then I think I texted you guys.
Mhm.
Somebody paid like $7,000 or some absurd amount of money for it, and the idea that you could get a very, very relevant Silver Age key or even a really nice Golden Age book for the price of
Yeah,
it's so ridiculous.
I think the
So-
only modern books that I would have any interest in whatsoever.
Jump.
Nice. We have a guest.
It's a baby.
It's a baby.
What do you think? You want to talk some comics? No.
The only modern comics that I would have a true interest in, and I've kind of just been looking at them, I don't think I'll ever get one, is the generic variant for Spider-Man: The Ultimate Fallout 4.
That makes complete sense.
And
So
the
that makes-
and the Filoni Clone Wars variant are the only two that I'm really looking at, like modern comics.
but those
um,
make sense because
They make
they're
sense.
scarcer versions of very, very relevant books.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not just a
Yeah.
freaking cover, or it's not just it's not just some like those Disney things they're doing right now are so odd. Like
Yeah.
they're doing the Avengers 4 homage on Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, I got a few of those. I mean, I don't know if they'll have any. No, they won't have collectability. Their main ones won't. The 1 in 50s may. The 1 in 100s definitely may. But otherwise, no.
You want to keep her?
She's toddling.
It's going to be way past her bedtime.
Bedtime now.
And you want to jump on?
No.
No.
No, that's a hard no.
Sorry, guys. Tell them it love, but.
That's a hell no.
I'm staying out of frame.
Bye.
The baby just flew away.
Bye, baby.
Um,
So what about you? Do you have any? You're gonna keep
Yeah.
buying collections, I'm assuming.
Well, that's true, but I think as an actual collector, I have
Yeah.
a couple goals here. So
Because we
I
haven't
would
talked
like-
about a Jason PC. Like, what are you collecting?
So I want to. So my goal is to work on ASM 200 through 400.
Great. Yeah,
Um,
that's cool.
and I have about 67 of the issues so far that I got, in collections that are in really nice shape. I would like. I don't necessarily want to get any placeholders. I'd rather just find them in. And when I say nice shape, I
Yeah,
want
no,
them to
sure.
be
Like 8.5 plus. Yeah, yeah.
or better. Yeah.
Even I don't
And
even think a 9.0 is tough to ask for. That's like a pretty.
Well, Jay, you know that I have some of those that you don't have.
Yeah, maybe a couple, Jim, but like I am getting them in collections. So
Now, okay, so I will allow a ASM Adam Hughes swap as far as Jimmy getting books for his 100.
him acquiring?
Because
Okay.
he's acquired them. It wasn't given to him, so that would count. So if you were to do an ASM Adam Hughes swap, that counts towards the 100. That is well within the rules because he's still
Jay
buying them.
Well, okay, so yeah, that wouldn't count. I was trying to think, because Jason offered to give me $25 at the comic store when he was out here if I wanted something. I was like, oh well, maybe he could buy me an Adam Hughes, and then that's he bought it for me. So like, even if I traded him for it, it's.
I've been watching some really, really funny Adam Hughes lots on eBay of late too, and they'll say
Is
like
that one that you and I were looking at that had the Zaytan in the middle?
Yeah. Like 66.
It was a $25 bid until like the last 5 seconds,
That's
and it went up
usually
to
what happens,
$61.
You gotta
tell
see
Jim
the amount of watchers will let
Yeah,
you
the
know
wa-
how many
the
times.
There was 25 watchers on
Yeah,
that
so
one.
somebody's just waiting.
Yeah, and especially it's funny if there's 25 watchers in it and it ends at an odd time, you won't necessarily see a rush.
That's true.
But if there's 25 watchers, I've had 35 or 40 watchers, but it ended at an odd time, and so you don't see the flurry. If you do your due diligence and list, an East Coast time, like for the auction to end 9 to 11, either Saturday night or Sunday night, preferably Sunday night, that's when you're going to actually have a lot of eyeballs on the platform.
Yeah.
But
yeah, ideally, I like to end all my auctions at 8 p.m. Pacific time. 10 p.m.
So-
was at 11 for us, right?
yeah. So I want to add 40 to 50 books for that run, 200 to 400 this
Per
year.
year or
For this year, I'd
for
like
this
to.
year? Yeah.
Like I said, I
Now,
was
what
doing
are the
it.
keys in that?
So you have first Hobgoblin.
I mean
is
that you
250.
don't have.
Yeah, I don't have
Hobgoblin?
Hobgoblin, and
With
I
the
don't have,
tattoos?
and I don't have 252.
Okay.
And if you talk about really big keys, those are the two that I don't have.
That's it, right?
Because
you
I
have
have
Carnage.
I have Carnage second print. I can get a first print.
Yeah.
I even have Silver Sable first and second print.
Yeah.
I have 300 newsstand, 298 newsstand, 299 newsstand. I have a 316. I don't actually have a Hulk, the 340 though.
Oh, that's
are
a
not
tough one.
Sorry, not 340.
I know
What
what
is
you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't have that one. And out of the McFarlane Hulks, that's the third kind of priciest. It's the first is Hulk 340. The second is Hulk 338, where he's interacting with the title screen, the purple background.
How's the
But
Joe?
that,
how's the prices on the Joe Fixit? Is that expensive?
Joe Fixit.
The one where he's standing
No.
next to Wolverine in the tuxedo.
Yeah, that's like a $50 or $60 book. But then again, that book was like, that book has actually been impacted by falling prices too. So
Sure.
it was higher.
It's hilarious how many of those we had.
I know.
Yeah.
That Wolverine series, at one time Jason was getting all of them, and then I was like, you know what, I like the artwork, so maybe I'll collect them too.
Sure.
So then I got them. And
Yeah, I had 1 through 100,
somehow neither
and
of us held on to them.
Well, I sold 1 through 100 to a comic shop for probably like $70 or something. They yeah, it was just brutal. But that stuff is coming back to me at this point. So, anyways, I want to add 40 to 50 books to my 200 to 400 run.
Mhm.
If I can actually accomplish that, maybe I'd move down. I'm more likely to move down to 100 and to try and accomplish that than I am up to 500. Even though 500 is an easier accomplishment, I like the books from
You
100
could buy
to
a
200.
lot of those in bulk for sure. Like you could probably get 50 books for $30.
You mean up to 500?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of
that- I
nothing.
was gonna-
There's a lot of nothing there.
I was going to say, I'm not going to go the other way and get that lucky. Because if I go the other way, that means I need to acquire first Black Cat. I need to acquire.
But does it go all the way to 500 with legacy numbering, or does it jump in and out of series?
I believe that
Because I feel like the
ASM goes
the numbering
five-
changed.
542 or something like that. You'd have to look on cover price
Yeah.
to look at what it does. I think it's 542. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
How
But,
are
you know,
you
obviously-
subscribed to the new ASM? Do you have any of that stuff?
No, I don't. I'm not subscribed to the new ASM.
Yeah.
All I'm subscribed to right now is the
Yeah,
all
I
the
know.
High
High
Republic series. High Republic
High
series
Republic.
and Miles. I started subscribing to Miles too.
yeah.
So I got whatever Miles ran through 42, and then it just relaunched again with literally the same exact cover
Yeah.
dress, Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Yeah. I'll tell you
launches
what,
one.
when I go through my long boxes again and just pull out the keys, I'm sure there's a lot of ASM in there that are just going to be like $2 books, so I'll set those aside for you.
So
'Cause
that's
I am
my
subscribed to that run for 3 years now, but there's a lot of nothing in it.
to the new
The
ASM
new
stuff.
ASM, yeah.
Did you subscribe to Miles, the
I
Ultimate
have a sub to
Spider-Man?
Miles too.
So that's the first. My second goal is to get all 17 issues of Spectacular Spider-Man. I actually have a really nice #1, and I basically bought the rest of them this past year. But as you guys know, the guy's description of super clean condition
Super
and
clean,
the
near
and
mint.
the reality,
They're like
there
6.5s.
there was a great disparity between
Yeah.
his opinion and my opinion, or his opinion and the actual truth. So I do have like 14 of the 17, but one is really nice, and
Yeah.
maybe I have 2 or 3 of the other books that are nice. I actually my anniversary is really nice, except there's a freaking stain in the middle of it.
Oh.
And the 25th anniversary, which really sucks because that one is like a $40 or $45 book at this point in time.
Yeah.
So anywho,
Will you be adding because there is between those 200 to 400, will you be adding annuals and king size and giant size and all that stuff? That I don't remember.
I hadn't
I don't
thought
remember
about
the
it.
offshoots.
I hadn't thought about it, but I might,
Yeah.
So that's the goal. Add 40 to 50 books to that, which I think is pretty easy. I actually, depending on what kinds of collections I find this year, I may actually be able to do a lot more
Yeah.
than that.
Sure. But is that a goal of yours? Because I mean, because you are incorporated, so your side hustle is to buy and sell collections. So I'm assuming you're gonna keep doing that.
I am going to absolutely do that. I mean, the goal for this year, if I really think about a goal for this year for Two Bent Staples, is to do 5 cons as opposed to 1 con like I did last year. Be much more active on eBay and potentially sell either through Instagram or whatnot. I don't know that I would want to do that. I'd almost rather really focus on a platform and then live sales being at cons. But I hope to level up so that I can start buying collections of greater value and higher condition. I would like to get to the point where I'm really focused on silver and bronze as opposed to, not even silver and bronze, like 60s and 70s books as opposed to 80s and 90s books, right? So I know that those collections will be a little slower to come across, but I would like to get to the financial point with my business where I know that I have that nest egg. So when the collection comes along, I can pounce on that collection. I don't have to wait on it. I don't have to try and negotiate, payment terms or anything. I'm actually ready to make that purchase. So that's the big goal for Two Bent Staples this year.
So I'm assuming that you don't really have your sights set on Silver Age first appearances, but you'll definitely see an opportunity if you buy a collection to keep some things.
Oh, absolutely.
But you don't have your sights set on a certain book or like I do.
No, and yeah. I can't. I have to think about like at least for this year or next year. I have to think about how can the business benefit me personally financially, so I can get my family into a different position as opposed to I just want to level up a little bit in terms of
I mean, listen, I rented
an apartment. I ran half of a house. I'd like to own a house. There are personal goals that I want to try and
I think, like I said last week, a lot of people agree that you are in a honey spot of opportunity because it's just too competitive here. There's no collections here. It's just too cutthroat. But by you might be one of very few that are seeking this stuff out.
Well,
did you get your car sign yet?
I did not. I have to get.
Yeah, we didn't even get to measure that, Jace.
The caveat to that is just far fewer people, so there's not as many collections to be had.
True.
So it will require a little more work, but I think that my goal, and this is always my goal as just a human being, is to be good to people, be decent to people, communicate with them, create relationships, build relationships, and then those good things will come,
If that's my lesson to be taught as well, is that if you treat people with respect when it comes to buying and selling their collections, they will most certainly give your name to other people. And my name has been passed around a lot, and I've had opportunities through word of mouth more than I have through me actually trying.
Sure.
I've had people approach me through Facebook like, hey, I know a guy, he gave me your number, and everybody says that you treat them right. So it means a lot to me that people think so highly of my reputation that I would treat their collection honorably and not try to lowball them, which is why I always found comfort in consignment, because then it's my job to get you the most money, and I'm not just trying to buy it from you, because I will I can come up with a number to purchase it from you. It would certainly be lower than it would be to consign it for you. We both make money, and everybody's happy.
Right.
Did you ever think of an opportunity like that as a fallback instead of just straight out buying it, or would you much just prefer buying it all the time?
You mean in terms of the purchasing collections?
Yeah.
I think right now where I'm at is I want to buy the collections.
If you can.
I think there's better money to be made, and to be perfectly honest, I really enjoy doing it too. I enjoy the primary search, the secondary search, the cursory search. I really enjoy, going through those things, finding gems, pulling keys. I loved the Silver Age collection when it was fun even counting all the pages in the books and seeing the advertisements inside and on the back covers. I really thought the Aurora model covers on the back of the DC Silver Age books is so cool, especially the titles that ran between like August and October, because they'd have the Universal Monsters Aurora model kits on the back and stuff like that.
You only look at the Abe Vigoda at his draft board so many times.
Yes.
Then there's the Tom Hiddleston model guy back. Back cover.
Yeah, exactly. But and then they had the kid's machine gun that said rat tat tat.
Mm-hmm. There's some good ones. I like those late '70s, the Hot Wheel.
Yeah,
that was a good one too. Frogger's a big one in the 80s.
My Jimmy and I always loved the Meatloaf
Yeah,
cover on
that's
this.
a good one.
I think it was an M&M's or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. I forgot about that Meatloaf one.
But my third goal as a collector is I want to get at least 5 of the original 22 issues of Foom this year too. I want to actually seek those out. So
I have
and
7 of them, I think, back there.
yeah, I mean the unfortunate part is like I have been to antique malls
You
and
don't
yard
find them.
sales, and you don't find
No.
them.
Here, hold on
So
one second.
it is probably something I'm gonna have to actually seek out, through eBay or through.
Yeah, I won't hear you. Hold on one sec.
Yep. Jim, I just went through my books. I'm starting to sort for the con in February here, and I had just had, personal collection PC books in the same box, short boxes with short-term hold books in the same box with books I'm perfectly fine selling. And I had to go through everything and sort them into separate boxes. But then when I started looking at my personal collection, a lot of the books I got
I thought I had more.
from shops were in modern bags, and I just hate the modern bags because none of the comics actually fit on the modern. There it is.
I love these so much. That's Foom 4.
Yeah, that's one of the good ones.
And I mean, when you open these up, Jimmy, I swear, you'll be the one to like, wow, this is incredible. So this is, oops.
So what was it? Was like a comic scene of its time or something like
pretty
that?
much.
So
Yeah.
it's Friends of Old Marvel, Jim. So
Yeah.
it was something that Jim Steranko was tasked by, or I think Steranko wanted to create kind of a fanzine for Marvel,
Yeah.
and so it was either with the blessing of or like kind of tasked by Stan Lee to say,
yeah.
you can create
So
this
this is
thing.
the cool thing graphically, Jimmy. You'll really appreciate it. Is that so? You have the Doom theme, right? So it's
Yeah.
green and purple and gray and black. Well, that theme follows throughout the magazine. So
Ooh.
the whole magazine is just filled with those 4 colors. So whatever
Right.
color is on the front follows through the entire magazine. So everything is in purples and greens. These are they're amazing. They're really beautiful. Like this is
Dolph, that Steranko was primarily a designer
Yeah.
rather than illustrator,
right.
and so he does all the layout for I think the first 12 or 13 issues of Boom. So that's why there's that highly graphic.
So this is my
design.
bummer. This is the one that's a bummer. Some kid wrote all over it. This is my number 3. But
Oh, he
he filled
outlined-
He filled in the
outlined-
Foom.
yeah.
And he's kind of wrote in the rest of it. But yeah, I mean, look at that. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
So
so
do-
nice.
Are the crosswords in yours filled in?
It's pencil on a couple of them. Look at that. That's really cool too. But it's pencil, so I can erase them. But this is the big. And I also have number 5 with the Thing. That
Right,
one's
but
cool.
you got Wolverine prototype.
That's what I'm getting to, and it's a nice copy too. There's number 6 with the Butler Jarvis. Nice back too. Tigra.
That's cool.
And then this is the number 2. The Wolverine prototype is in here. This is a really nice copy too. Awesome Hulk cover too.
Had you ever seen that, Jim?
No.
This Wolverine was basically maybe it's credited in there, but
It's not though.
they never got paid for it, right?
No, he never got paid for it. But yeah, the Wolverine. It was like so. Everyone, I'll show you on another one.
So it doesn't
that one
look
out.
like Wolverine, Jim, but basically the concept of the adamantium is
It's pretty.
suggested.
It's pretty suggested that. So
In
So this is from Foom character contest entries, Jimmy. So
Yeah.
there's this section in that Hulk book, and pretty much some kid put in an entry that looks a lot like Wolverine.
Well,
And-
it's called
and he
the
calls
Wolverine.
it the Wolverine. But yeah, so pretty much from that they've created a character based on that little drawing from a kid, and it's in that Foom too, that Hulk book, which is they just call it the Wolverine prototype book.
Which is really funny because if you really think about the two biggest Marvel characters in like a 30-year expanse, Wolverine and
Yeah,
symbiote Spider-Man, Venom, they're both suggestions.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and
yeah.
suggestions.
Black Suit Spider-Man is another fan suggestion. Yeah,
And
pretty cool.
that's that Marvel Age that I have, the Marvel Age that actually, shows is the cover for Secret Wars 1 Marvel Age.
Yeah,
That actually has the whole back and forth with all the drawings, the prototype drawings, and in that, because that predates 252 and predates Secret Wars, predates everything.
Yeah.
Spider-Man still has a red logo, so he basically looks more like Miles Morales than what happens with the the Venom. So it's pretty cool.
yeah,
So, anyways, that's the 3 goals. I want to
yeah.
I wanna
Those
get
are
the
good
Spider-Man.
goals.
I want to get the Spider-Ham run. I want to get
Yeah, that
and
one
again,
you don't. So when you had said that, my immediate thought was, you don't see those often.
yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you don't,
I don't
see
know.
them at all.
I don't know if the print count is low or you just don't see them. But I have never seen anything beyond maybe his first five books. Like I don't see anything like 37 or 22. Like I don't see them.
Well, it's only 17 issues.
Oh, it's
so
17 issues. Okay.
Spectacular Spider-Ham's only 17 issues. I actually got #1, and my copy's really nice, and I got it in an antique mall for $1.
Yeah.
And I got my first appearance, Marvel Tales TAILS, of Spider-Ham. I got that for $4.80, and that's a pretty decent I say really nice newsstand copy. If you pressed it,
Yeah.
imagine it's like in the 9s. But I think I showed you it's a manufacturer's defect, but there's a little red ink transfer from where the ILS is like it's in red on the cover,
Yeah.
and it looks like my book has a small ink transfer from another copy that laid on it, probably in printing. So
I have 5 and 13. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. Like I said, I think I probably have 14 or 15 of them already, but they're
Wow.
just
Do you really?
yeah, but they're just not in great. Most of them aren't in great shape,
Gotcha.
and yeah. That's actually one of my favorite of the 25 anniversary covers too.
Yeah.
I think all the Star books have really great covers for those. I mean, even the Care Bears one is a cool cover.
It is a cool cover.
I've had that and sold that. So
All right, you want to
So
do?
then-
Well, I'm trying to think too. What keys do I want? I'm not sure.
well, do you have what are the keys that you need? So you've
I
wanted
need Iron Man.
Hank Pym,
I need Hulk. Obviously, yeah, I need Ant-Man.
but do you have Loki?
No.
Do you have Loki?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, until I got 83 as the only Journey into Mystery key I have. I don't even have Sif because that's Sif.
Well, you have First
Sif.
Hercules though.
I have First Hercules, but the what is it number? I forgot what number it is, but it's Sif, Hela, and Balder is all in the same book. That's a bigger one that I don't have. Don't have
Yeah.
Loki, but I'm not really counting bad guys towards my collection. Like
Sure.
I will, but as far as like the main, because good guys is where the money's at.
Aside from Doom.
Aside from Doom, but Doom's just misunderstood.
Yeah, he's a hero in his own.
So I don't have X-Men 1. I don't have FF1. Those are big books.
Yeah. Although I think you got a shot at X-Men 1. I mean,
I definitely
right
have
now,
a shot at X-Men 1. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's that one's fallen as much as FF1 has fallen. It's still freaking expensive because it was always
FF1
more
is expensive, yeah.
to begin with.
It's the start, yeah. It's everything.
But as far as X-Men 1 has come down considerably.
Yeah. But yeah, so X-Men 1, FF1, I don't have Iron Man, I don't have Hulk. I mean, I don't have ASM 1, so that's a big one. And
Yeah.
I don't have, if we're counting bad guys in my Spider-Man run, I'm missing Doc Ock, I'm missing Goblin, and I'm missing Vulture. So that's, 3 huge books. I mean, we're talking
3 of the 6.
Yeah, we're talking like, $50,000 worth of books that I don't have.
Right.
So it's a lot of money.
Right, and that's even if you're only talking about mid-grade. Like,
I'm
mid-
talking like 30, 40 and below.
mid-grade for the Spider-Man villain keys. I was going to say not mid-grade for the other books. Mid-grade for the other books, you're already
No, low-grade Goblins, $1,500 now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, I remember we were at Comic-Con, he had a low-grade number 2, first Vulture, and I think he wanted $2,500. That was your guy that from Pennsylvania, the one you asked me to go see his booth.
Okay.
He had a 2.0 Vulture, and he wanted $2,500 for it, and I was like,
Yeah.
I could much better spend $2,500 than on a beat up Vulture. But yeah, I mean, those are the ones I'm going to keep chasing. I don't know about upgrading the ones that I have.
They're really hard to upgrade though. Like, it's like right place, right time.
You're absolutely right. I mean, there is the opportunity to sell the one I have and get me 60% of the way there to an upgrade.
Sure.
I'll tell you a book that I've had my eyes on that I currently not only can't afford, but it's really hard to find, is a 2000 AD, I think it's a number 2, which is first appearance of Doctor Doom with the stickers, the biometric stickers.
You mean Judge Dredd?
Judge Dredd. What did I say?
Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom, I'm sorry. Judge Dredd. 2000 AD. I think it's number 2. It might be number 3, but it's the first appearance of Judge Dredd.
Well, that's a magazine too, isn't it?
It's a newspaper, basically.
Newspaper, yeah.
But it has stickers inside of it, which are, I've seen guys selling just the stickers for $600.
Some of those 2000 ADs had like records on the front too, didn't they?
Yeah, they were very creative. Definitely very creative. But it's a sweet, I like the UK stuff. I think that's why I really like that first Captain Britain. That
I was going to say your Captain Britain is rad.
It's awesome. It's I got it's a 9.2, 9.4 with the mask. Number 8 is the Betsy Braddock, first appearance of Betsy Braddock, Psylocke. That one's also hard to find, but I love that UK stuff. It's really cool. I was chasing after Tank Girl for so long. Now I have three of them. It was like one of those ones.
Those came in a wave, though.
They really did. I did. I bought one, and then another one came even cheaper, and then another one was even cheaper. I was like, all right, I kept. That's how it usually happens with me too. Like I'm seeking the one, and I might not get it, so I put in a bid for the cheaper one, and I get them both.
Right.
But anyway, I would say that Judge Dredd newspaper, first appearance of Judge Dredd, is something that I've been hunting for a long time.
Yeah, I'm trying to find when it actually is, because like on cover price, it doesn't have
when it is. It's got to be
like
early 70s.
Yeah, well, because the 8 AD monthly, like the monthly title, is
like that.
From 85. And then when is the first Judge Dredd's from what, 83?
I thought it was earlier than that, but it could be.
Huh. I wonder if that Magic Order, you remember that short run that I told you guys about a while back?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if the TV series is getting closer, because all the eBay listings for the first series are starting to go up.
Here's one right here. They want $1,098 for it, with $30 shipping. I don't even know. There's only the one picture. It is number 2. It's from 77. And
what Judge Dredd?
The
Solo series?
first Dread, yeah. And it does not say anything about the stickers. Comic Prague issue. Yeah, there's the one with the record that you're talking about. I don't think it has the stickers. So that's $1,000 without the stickers.
Where is his first? Where's the first solo series? I can find the one
His
from
first
Quality
solo series is probably Eagle Comics.
Eagle Comics. That's right. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not. Dread in title is the first one. Is the Quality Comics, which is from '86
Yeah.
to '87. But you're right.
Yeah,
Eagle
it's
Comics.
that Eagle one, which is a great cover. I mean, that's bold.
It's time.
It's
It's
awesome.
Bisley, right?
Is it
Isn't it Bisley?
Bisley?
Isn't that?
Is it?
Isn't that Bisley?
Bisley did the covers of some of them, but I don't know if he did the I don't know if he did the first series, Chase. I know Boland's did.
Yeah, I thought it was Brian Boland.
Oh, you're probably right. Yeah, it's probably Boland.
Yeah, it's Boland.
He's so gritty.
You could see it, right?
Yeah, I don't associate Boland with grittiness, but yeah, all you have to do is search by character, I guess.
There you go. Yeah, it's Brian Boland.
There it is. Yeah.
That's a cool cover.
It's such a cool cover. It really is, man. It's so awesome. And it's not worth that much. That one is kind of an under the radar book. I've had so many pass through my hands. 9.6, $199, where the first Tank Girl goes for much more than that, maybe twice that.
Oh, so that must be Eagle Comics Presents is the actual.
Right.
So Jim, the one you're thinking of is 2000 AD 1. It had included a space spinner similar to a frisbee on the cover, and that had the advertisement for AD 2, which is first Dread.
This is I mean, it's a $4.99. It's pretty high bid already for a really low grade. It's got tape on the bottom. This is a no.
So what they're saying on
It's
Key
so
Collector,
cool, man. Look at that.
what they say on Key Collector, Dolph, is that it includes a sheet of biotronic stickers
Yeah, it's
meant to be affixed to one's skin to have the appearance of a cyborg.
So there's a guy who basically cornered the market for either like rip-off stickers or actual sticker sheets, and like I said, he was on them for like $600 for like one sheet. So like, you know, you spend $1,000 on the Dread book, and then you got to spend almost another $700 or $800 for the stickers. Because
You know
otherwise
how
it'll grade incomplete if you don't have it.
You know how we're always talking about first appearance, second appearance?
Yeah.
So his first appearance, a 9.4 sold for $14,400 complete. AD3, Key Collector has the high at $150.
That's pretty funny.
Second appearance, Judge Dredd, and it also includes a survival wallet giveaway item. So all of those included some weird thing.
Yeah, they all had a thing. Like I said, the Captain Britain that I had a mask in it that you had to have.
His fourth appearance is actually worth a little more because it's the first time he's on the cover. AD5.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one with a giant gorilla on it.
Yeah, they're really cool. Some guy had a lot of them a long time ago, which I kind of wish I bought the stack. There was just it didn't have first appearance of Dread, but it had 20 others that were just so cool. Like I love the art too on it. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I mean it's great art.
Yeah,
I don't think
so
people
good.
beats that Boland cover though. That Boland cover is like what I think of as Dread.
Yeah, like
What was that? Yeah, that was from '83.
Like you just said. Here you go, right there.
Yeah.
Second print, Judge Dredd, $68.
That one
It's
looks
got-
pretty clean.
It's got holes in it. That's a bummer. But look at that. Look at that T-Rex. That's so cool.
I mean, as far as the newsprint's concerned, it looks relatively clean though.
Yeah,
it looks
it
like
does.
what
It looks
binder or
it's a
something like that.
sharp copy. Yeah, but anyway, I've been keeping my eyes out for one for a long time. One will just, like I said, it'll find me. But
Sure.
this is one that I've had my eyes on. See, I definitely like the off the wall first appearances.
Yeah. That one is I don't know, there's just something about that one that makes me think like, like that's something you would find at like Golden Nugget, like
Yeah,
or
most
something.
certainly in a stack of
But-
newspapers. I mean,
Yeah, because Jimmy and I went to the one guy at Golden Nugget. Jim, remember that guy with all like the art prints and stuff like that? And he had all those totes of the most random stuff, but like
Yeah.
really cool things. Jimmy found this. That was it a Joe Kubert book? Jim, remember was like
Yeah.
it was like actual notebook from Joe Kubert's School of Art,
oh.
and because this guy like knew Joe Kubert or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, I
and
know
so-
that guy because he sold. So what happened was he knew him, and the school lost their storage locker, and he bought the storage locker from the school.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I saw him when he was at Lambertville, but he had the table like maybe 5 from me at Meadowlands. He was at Meadowlands first, and man,
Okay.
that's where I got all of my Manticore. I got all my Joe Kubert School, like they do an annual book together, all the
Yeah.
students.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of them down here that they're not selling at all on eBay, but it's all from the Kubert School. It's all cool stuff. It's the first one too. Like Manticore 1 from like '77 is the first time his school put out a comic, and I grabbed like 3 of them.
Yeah, that's the kind of place that I'd imagine would have something like this,
Yep.
like just kind of off the wall.
Yeah. And
Or,
that'll come in bunches too. You see one, it'll be like a stack of 20.
Oh yeah,
You know
nobody's
what I
gonna
mean?
have
Like,
like
yeah,
one of them.
right. Anyway,
So, yeah. So that's a goal. Anybody have like any goals? Like, do you have any goals or any desire for like Golden Age stuff, or is it just too
so
hard?
I
to come?
have been buying Golden Age stuff. I've been grabbing some every now and then. Like I grabbed those 2 Western books. Like it's so appealing to me right now. I love the artwork. I'm definitely, I can see the appeal. I'm seeking it out, but I'm not bending over backwards to get it. So if I find
Right.
it and it's affordable, and I don't even care if it's got good eye appeal, but it's lower grade. That's fine with me.
I
That's
think you
totally
can
fine.
easily, if you start seeking out too much, you can get over your skis pretty quick, and
Yeah,
it's like,
definitely.
and you're buying stuff, because maybe outside of your wheelhouse, you're spending a lot of money
Yeah.
on something like you're guessing on and that kind of thing. So
Well,
you just-
I'll share with you another book that I'm watching. It's ridiculously expensive, and it's not being sold for a reason. But look at this. That is Eerie Comics #1, the first horror comic. That is the first horror comic.
it's not sharing on the screen. Oh, maybe it's just delayed on. Because I'm seeing it on YouTube. That's funny. I'm just not seeing it on our shared screen.
No,
Yeah, that's funny.
is it delayed?
Yeah, I'm not
or-
showing it. I'm not seeing
No,
it on our
I mean,
shared
like
screen. either.
I'm not seeing it right in front of me right now. I do see it on YouTube.
That's so weird.
Like,
Can you see
yeah.
Key Collector?
I do not see Key Collector. No, I still see the eBay listing on my screen of Good Strip.
The 2000 AD.
Oh, over here?
So
Wait,
what our
can you
audience
can you see it now?
what our
No.
audience is seeing is Key Collector, and that's what I look. If I look at my phone, I see Key Collector, the top hot 10. But on our screen,
That's
where I
so
see
weird. Really?
real time, I'm staring at Jimmy and staring at you in real time. I'm seeing the eBay listing for 2000 AD.
I'm not sharing screen 2. I'm sharing the eBay listing. There you go.
Yeah. There it is.
So yeah, that's the very first horror comic. Eerie.
Oh no,
one.
it's still
Nope,
wrong.
nope. Now we're seeing the 2000 AD
What?
with all the different issues.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, wrong one. There you go. Sorry, my bad.
There it is.
Theory.
My bad.
There it is.
But that's it. That's but it's $8,000. Obviously, I'm not buying that.
I
but
mean, that cover is so insane, though, isn't
it's
it?
so cool.
It's got like kind of a Nosferatu there.
But that
And, like,
that is
all those
that is the
dudes-
so like that's the first horror comic. That's it. That's the one. So like $8,000 for a 2.0 doesn't seem crazy to me. That's why I'm
But
kind of
also, like,
watching it.
All those dudes were like such insane artists. Like
Yeah.
that guy's got to be an illustrator and a graphic designer and really somebody who understands composition
An
to a
Avon
really
comic.
great
This is Kubert.
extent.
Joe Kubert
That's it,
and
you're-
Bob Fujitani art. I don't know him.
I mean, how great is that typeface, right?
I mean, like I said, that's the reason why I'm watching it. This is it. This is the one. This is like the Action Comics of horror. Like this
Yeah.
is it. So like 8,000 for a 2.0 does not seem crazy to me.
What is the page quality?
It's cream to off white.
We know what. Okay.
Yeah.
And what year is that from?
It's from
47.
47.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
the year
awesome.
Mom was born.
Yep.
I gotta go to the restroom real quick. Be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Hey,
Greg. I'm
Jim,
looking, I don't know why I do this to myself, but I'm looking at Adam Hughes on eBay, and there's the Teen Titans, George Perez's, or not, it's not George Perez, it's just the Teen Titans number 75. It's a 1 in 25 variant. It's starting at $700, and you can buy it now for $1,200.
What? Which?
And there's
which
the Harley
one was
Quinn that Dolph didn't even know was in his collection.
it? Uh-huh.
This is an 8.5, selling for $250.
Wait, what is the Teen Titans that's that expensive?
It's a Teen Titans 75. It was a 1 in 25 variant.
How's it a 1 in 25? It's $1,200. I mean, some of them I understand $1,200 because they're like 1 in 100s of titles that
I
nobody
don't
really
know.
bought.
Well, it's starting at $700, but still.
What has that book actually sold for?
I haven't looked that up yet. I'm not on my
How
app.
about-
I'm
How about
on the
anybody in the
computer.
chat? What are, anybody in the chat? What are some goals that you guys may have for this year? Michael, I don't think you're a comic buyer, but of the stuff that you do buy, what might be a goal for a collection this year? Michael's not a comic buyer, right, Dolph?
Michael, I think he enjoys us going over the top 10 for sure.
Yeah, but he's not a comic buyer. Is he a sports car guy?
No, I think he is a comic buyer. He's interested in being a comic buyer.
All right. The key collect. You want to jump into it?
Yeah, I think we can, unless there's something else. I want to start an eBay store for sports cards. Okay, but you are interested in our top 10. You do. He always said that he likes that part.
Rick and Morty #1. Interesting that this is on the list. That Rick and Morty had a rough week this
It
week.
should not be on this list. They're buying it because Roiland got fired. Like all of a sudden,
Yeah.
this book is popular because Roiland got fired. Like that doesn't make sense.
This is an interesting book though, because who published Rick and Morty?
Oni.
Was it- Because it's interesting because like we would typically be like, oh, this is a kid's book, but this is not a kid's title. So like,
No.
this is a cartoon book that was never a kid's title.
I'm usually not. I mean, I guess there's a market for them. I know Rick and Morty 1 at one point in time, the 9.8 was almost approaching $1,000. Like it was crazy money. I don't know if they were just short printed, but like I said about the FOMO thing in modern books, this is definitely not one I'm falling for. I have no interest in this book whatsoever.
Yeah, I like I said before, I've never watched Rick and Morty, and it's
Really?
not necessarily. Yeah, it's not
Oh,
necessarily.
Neither have I.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I think it's just because I cannot stand the artwork so much that I don't. I think it would detract from me liking the show.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same like for South Park. Like it's not the best artwork, but
I mean, I didn't like South Park.
No, I don't watch South Park either.
oh my god, you two, you knuckleheads.
And I wouldn't call South Park necessarily artwork. It's like freaking
Cut and
pixel
paste.
art.
It's
It's
cut and paste.
yeah.
well, yeah,
It's
but that's the charm. But whatever.
I don't think there's much charm to
to
South
each
Park.
their own, Jimmy.
that's the aesthetic. Okay, so
I
Rick
think
and
it's like the
Morty.
antithesis.
Rick and
of
Morty
charm.
won. If we see it at the yard sale, maybe we're not even picking it up. Just kidding. If it's gonna sell for $9.0 for $200, I'll probably pick it up at the flea
I
market.
guess so.
But certainly not seeking it out. Now the next book.
No, not seeking it out.
The next book was tough. You know, if I were to find this book at a flea market, I would almost have a hard time buying it because I know how much both you and Christopher want it. But I could not, in good conscience, buy this book.
Oh my
and
god, we would cheerlead for you. It's a great.
Not be able to do a little bit of life changing on my part. I think it is really funny that the high on this one is, what is it, 2.2 thousand, which like
which isn't true because a 9.8 sold for 9,200.
Right. I think you'd have to get down to probably, I don't know what, 8.5 or 9.
Jason, I was looking at 8.5s and I was like, they're crazy money.
Yeah.
Crazy money. It's
So is this the variant art cover
the
though,
Filoni variant.
or is this the Filoni variant?
Yeah. So like, there's a 9.8 for 10,000. There's not many of them either. That's the problem. A 9.8 for 15,000. That's it. There's only two, unless I'm missing one behind the.
That's
I
insane.
always do this where.
Dolph, doesn't it say the print run in that? Doesn't it say?
I think it's 1 in 25.
Special edition.
They said in the description that
limited
they only
to
said
1,000 copies. It says it on the app. Yeah.
How many? 1,000.
it was 10 copies to 100 stores.
Yep. Special edition Dark Horse 100, limited to 1,000 copies.
So 1,000. Okay.
A 9.8 sold for $9,244.
It's crazy.
A 9.2 of this cover A sold for $1,700 this week. A 9.2 of cover A sold for $1,700.
Yeah, see this. Okay, so this is more realistic. At auction or best offer accepted, one sold for 7,500. So obviously that guy asking 15s out of his gourd.
Well, sure. Right now he is.
Now, this wasn't a bad buy here though. Look at that. Clone Wars almost the entire run through 12. It's 1,200. I mean, if that.
What's the one? What's the one immediately below that? That's got a big chunk of the run too.
I'm sorry. What, the 5.5? 308?
No, right, second one over, Dolph. It's got
this
almost the. No, but you were just right next to the 5.5. That has a significant chunk of the run in it too, right?
Oh, down here.
Yeah.
It's number 1, 3 through 12, so no 2.
Okay,
For
960
for 960. I mean, if the first one is 9.6 plus, it's worth it.
29 bids.
Now you didn't get either of yours graded yet, right?
No, I'm scared. One of them's got that fingerprint on it, so.
Oh, I thought your Harley Quinn. Your Harley Quinn doesn't have a fingerprint on it. It's got a sticker,
Got
a stamp.
It's got a stamp on it. I can't get it
Store
graded.
stamp.
I honestly think I might sell it. Because it's of no use to me. I can't grade it. It's not collectible. I might just, one day down the road. Will I regret it, though? Selling it?
Probably.
Eh.
If you don't get another one.
I mean, Harley doesn't mean anything to me. That's like one I have in the collection just to have a first appearance. But Harley, I'm not a Harley fan.
Well, then see if you can't turn that into something one of your goals.
So you wouldn't mind, Dolph, if you're not a Harley fan, making that layaway for the Adam Hughes one for me,
No.
and I'll just pay you a little bit at a time.
No. I have to look at it. I don't even know what condition it's in.
He says no before he even knows what it looks like.
I don't even know what it looks like. It comes back a 9.8. I'm selling that for $1,000. So put it towards a Hulk one. I don't know. I don't have any love for Harley.
That book's gonna
It's
be
going.
tough.
There's an
But you should
8.5.
grade it.
There's an 8.5 on eBay right now, going for $250.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
8.5 on a modern book's got to be pretty rough, right?
Yeah, that cover's all white, so it's probably going to show.
Everything.
Yeah, the dirt and
She's
color rub.
she's literally in a white room, a white padded room with a white jacket on, and she's painted white. So there's a lot of white on that cover.
There must have been. I know that the Clone Wars 1 cover A is a relatively small print run too, but it looks like most of them are available on eBay currently. most of
It really does look like that, right? Everybody's selling one.
So Surfer 4. I mean, if I ever found this book, it'd be hard not to give this to Jimmy. I mean, this is like the most iconic Thor cover of all time, maybe even more than his first appearance, possibly. Like, it's just one of the best covers ever.
Yeah.
I never really noticed how much what do you call it? What's Thor's Rainbow Bridge called? What's the bridge called?
I just thought it was the Rainbow Bridge, no?
Well, maybe it is, but I've never really noticed how much the particular angle on this bridge looks like. Oh, the places you'll go.
Oh yeah.
The place you'll go. But man,
Asgard does look like Whoville.
That is just one of the greatest covers. Period.
It's a great cover.
But yeah, this book was very hot during the pandemic. Kind of the surge in this appeal for classic covers, and then it cooled off a little bit. But
I would say that this book was highly sought after at Comic-Con this year. Everybody was looking for Surfer 4. There was a lot of people searching for this book.
But that 9.0 again, it's up over $4,000, so $4,320.
Yeah.
5.0 is a 5.0 is $1,000 book.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at a 4 or 5 for $850, why wouldn't you do the grade bump for another $150 or $200?
I don't have it in front of me, but I would like to see what a 5.0 of Surfer 1 is. A Surfer 1 5.0 worth $1,000? Probably not, right?
It might be. It might be now. So? Yeah, even Mephisto is approaching those numbers too. Like they're all those Surfer books are going up.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's something we talked about. I mean, there's only 14 issues in that original run.
Small run.
And the other ones, like 10 through 14, used to be worth almost nothing, and now all of them are like.
Yeah.
I mean, the one with Spider-Man's like a $200 book now and stuff like that. Raw.
That'd be a nice little series to collect.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that there's 3 very expensive books in the 14 doesn't help, but
I only have one of them. I don't have Surfer 1. I certainly don't have Surfer 4. I only have the Mephisto.
You have Mephisto, right. I was just telling Dolph, Jim, that if I got this in a collection, it would be hard not to set it aside for you, because you love Buscema, and it's the greatest, maybe the greatest Thor cover of all time.
Just use.
I mean, I have the.
I was gonna say, use your Sharpie marker on the fantasy masterpieces and just like hand it to him. Like, there you go. You can't even see the fantasy masterpieces.
Yeah, well, I did give him the masterpieces.
Yeah.
Even that masterpiece
it's
book
a great
is
cover.
It's like a $60 book now, and the one I gave him, the one I got for Jimmy, you could shave with. It's like it's a gradable condition, and even the masterpieces are still square bound.
The masterpieces came out in the 70s?
Yes, 70. I actually was listening. Who was I listening to? I was listening to Bronze and Modern Gods. They were talking about the masterpieces. There was the kind of the Marvel implosion of 79, and so Fantasy Masterpieces and one other title were published because they had they canceled several titles, and then in order to hold their spot at the printer, and they were going to launch like ROM.
Get out of here.
That's what they said on this week's Bronze and Modern God.
No kidding. That's pretty cool.
Spot the printer, they did some reprints.
That's interesting.
I think it was Fantasy Masterpieces and Astonishing Tales, like the
No
reprints
kidding.
of the Submariner books.
Hey,
That's
Dolph.
Yeah.
How again on the cover on the barcode? Can you tell if it's a first printing or second printing?
So if it's a first print, it'll say whatever 0111.
Oh, okay.
That's a
All right.
first print, first A cover. So if it says, I think it's 0112, means that it's the first print or number one first print B cover. So like 0113 means it's a C cover. But if it says so if it says 121, it's the second print first cover.
So I actually marked off the wrong one. I have the first printing of this one,
Oh, so in modern books, the 00,
and I have a second printing of
then
number
it's
2.
Then it's the issue
The
number,
issue
right?
number, the print number, and then the cover number.
Oh, okay. So, like, I'm looking at this Shuri 6006, which is the 6th issue,
Mhm.
the first print, and it's must be cover A.
Cover A.
So I have a 00212, so that's
Well, what issue
issue
is it?
2, first print, second cover.
212. Yes, it's a
Yeah, so
second.
it's
It's a second issue, first print B cover.
Huh.
Now, how do they do that for books where there's 67 variants?
I mean, yeah, you're right.
Do they add another number?
I think they do.
That's freaking crazy.
I know because I also know that they start calling it like it's like Z after that. It just keeps on going forever. Because you see some of them, they go into the AB, AD, AC, CC,
Yeah.
EE. Like they got tons and tons of covers. Yeah,
Well, that's something
I don't have an example of one that's like super printed.
There you go, folks at home. That's free. That's some good
There you go.
free knowledge.
You all just
got
learned something.
Shit off.
Yeah, the barcode is good, especially when you're hunting boxes, to know if it's an alternate cover.
Sure.
Even if it's a deep alternate cover. So if you see like a first cover, if it's 117, that's a
Did
That's a
DC
G
have the
cover.
same like convention that Marvel did, or did they have a?
I think they all do that. Image does
Okay.
it. I think they all use the same barcoding system for their.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty universal.
I don't know if you even want to discuss the next issue because you feel some kind of way about this book. But this
look at the comment.
This one
Okay.
again defies the.
Jason, look at the comment. There is a rumor that Marvel Studios is working on a yet-to-be-announced Halloween special featuring Ghost Rider. This is not Ghost Rider's first appearance. This is not even
No.
Ghost Rider's 5th appearance. This is like this. Why is
No.
why is Marvel Spotlight not on here?
So this book right here
It drives me crazy.
is its second appearance.
That's his
This
second
book is his
appearance.
second appearance.
Yes.
And this book it is 6.0, which is a respectable grade.
Respectable grade for Ghost
From
Rider's second
70
appearance. What is that?
72.
$50?
This book is about $200 in a 6.0.
It's crazy, man.
And what are they saying? A 2.5 sold for $300 this week of Ghost Rider 1. A 2.5.
Ugh. I don't get it. I still don't get it. This book.
And what did this book come out in 74?
73.
73.
This book
So
angers
it's
me. I don't get it.
Almost a year later and like 12 appearances later.
But so, this is why
The thing that offends me is it's got even a worse trade dress.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I feel like I'm gonna go back again to an uneducated consumer bunch.
Could
They
be.
just see Ghost Rider 1 and Man Thing 1 and they think that that's like the rookie card. You know what I mean? Like they don't even do the homework to know that the only significance is Son of Satan, who had a really bad TV show, and that's it. This is not Ghost Rider's first appearance. This is only his solo title. Like, I don't get it. I still don't get it. I still don't get Man-Thing 1. I don't get that. I don't get it.
It's not even like
Do your homework, people.
to use the sports card analogy. It's not even like football players from the 70s and early 80s where the prints happened before the draft, and so the rookie cards actually in their second season. Like this isn't that scenario. This is like this is like a gold cup. That's what this is. This is a gold cup.
Even a Future Stars.
This is a gold cup of Future Stars, and somebody's slapping
It's just
a significance on the gold cup.
I don't want to call people stupid. That's why I keep trying to use the word uneducated.
No, I don't even think it's that though. I think it's like, unfortunately, it's there is an appeal to ones and first appearance, our first issues, and so people. I mean, people are gonna pay. Like, I mean, they're certainly gonna pay the numbers for it. I mean, if we look at FF49, right, which is again top 10 covers of all time, or if you want to say like maybe top 25 covers of all time, its first cover of Surfer, right?
Yep.
If you look at a 5.0 of his second appearance, first full appearance, first cover, like an 8.0 of Surfer 1 is probably more than a 5.0 of FF49. And that happens like 10 years later, or or not 10 years, like
no,
it's
it's 69, 63.
Yeah, 60. Well, no, it would be
64.
60. It would probably 65, I guess.
Either way, it's a good 5 years later.
Yeah, it's like 5 years difference. And
a lot of surfers happened since Surfer 1, but
there's so much surfing, so much surfing, so many waves have been caught. Cosmic waves have been caught in between. So there's.
I mean, this is me going on my soapbox again, but whatever. That's but I still, Jason, like.
This one though defies some. So, a lot of the guys I like, Gary has talked about this. Principal Defects has talked about this. Erod has talked about this. First appearance, first cover appearance, origin, and then maybe first solo, right? And
wait, first, second, solo, origin.
Yeah.
Or first, solo, second, origin. Something along those lines.
First appearance, first cover appearance.
Yeah. Right, okay.
First solo title, then probably origin. So this does fall in that kind of hierarchy, but.
I mean, is that what we're saying though? Is it's an affordable Ghost Rider, so it's a good Ghost Rider?
I don't know.
I would rather have Ghost Rider 2, Ghost Rider's second appearance, but
yeah,
I don't know. Amanda's on the chat.
Sorry. So yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting book. I mean, I just think it's so funny because like it's so much like Spotlight 5's cover that
that has also come up in the chat before, that it's very similar to Marvel Spotlight 5.
I'd much rather have Spotlight 5. To be perfectly honest, I mean, I already own it, but this cover is much more appealing because this is a different kind of cover.
Yeah.
And it's got that G.I. Joe bad guy over here.
Yeah.
The prototype of the G.I. Joe bad guy there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anywho.
Yeah, once again, I'm going to say I don't get Ghost Rider 1. Not that it's a bad book to have, but I don't get it. I don't get its appeal. I don't understand why Marvel Spotlight 5 is not on here, because that is the Ghost Rider book, not this book. But I get it if it's too expensive, but then I'm going to Ghost Rider or going to Spotlight 6 instead of Ghost Rider 1. Because I would want his second appearance, not his first solo title.
I guess my other really big question is the fact that like some of the other ones, like Man-Thing, at least there was something that was impetus.
That was not even first Man-Thing cover. First appearance.
I agree. What I'm saying is like Man-Thing appeared in an MCU property and was a home run, and so I could see at least why there was some interest. there hasn't been a new Ghost Rider
But
title.
Savage Tales didn't even make the list. That's his first appearance.
This is true.
And then
This is true.
his second appearance didn't make the list. His first cover, which I have a couple of, his first cover appearance didn't make the list. It goes right to Man-Thing 1, which is what,
Yeah.
7th appearance? 8th appearance?
It's like his
It's
17th.
mind-boggling how that's the...
I like that you've gone you've gone from saying I don't want to call them uneducated to calling them numbskulls.
I just...
I think you've actually gone several steps beyond where you started.
I don't know, man. It's just they're very eager buyers that don't do homework, that maybe they just look at number 1 and they think that that's first appearance.
But when push comes to shove, like, who are we to say what's the thing to buy?
But like I said, also Ghost Rider 1 is not a bad buy.
Not a bad buy.
Next, Wolverine 1, not a bad buy. Not Wolverine's first appearance, not even close to it, but
one of the best covers,
it's
one
a
of the
great
best
cover.
covers.
Yeah, that's an iconic cover. Frank Miller miniseries.
Iconic cover, an iconic miniseries too, right? And of one of the greatest properties. The one thing I've always liked about this too, is he's drawn. The way his face is drawn, it's a little different than the way most people draw his face. It's a longer,
yeah,
stuff like that. And he's typically drawn with a
even,
wide.
It's not a.
Yeah.
It's not a really easy. Like, I don't know.
Post.
Yeah, he's very closed elbows. Whatever. I love it.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah.
Bub.
But.
Yeah. Also, I mean, obviously, he's got use of all the brown here, and the orange isn't really mixed in from the rest of his costume, so it's just a lot of mud. I would have, in hindsight, I would have liked to have seen, even like a stripe of, like, he has got the yellow. Is it yellow stripe? No, it's a blue stripe over yellow. If I had seen like an orange stripe over the shoulder, those like, claw, you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
That would have been cool. The bullet stripes.
He's got a little Dracula collar going on.
Yeah.
Here.
Well, that's his mask off.
Yeah.
Either way,
I've always
cool cover.
I've always loved that they continued that trade dress. Even though this predates Solo series by 6 full years, they carried that trade dress.
They carried that Wolverine over, yeah.
Yep, in the '88 series. So, I don't think I can really argue with anything that's.
This is '82. Is Shooter responsible for this? Publisher at the time? I mean, editor at the time?
Maybe, because he does Secret Wars, so that's '84.
Right or clear? It doesn't say. I'm sure. He's got to be the editor.
But yeah, I mean, this book has really kind of receded, though. It was sky high. I think 9.6s were even approaching $1,000.
Yeah, they definitely were.
But that may have been a 9.6 newsstand, and people were just paying way up for a newsstand, even though it was from '82.
Right. Once
but,
again, though, that's like people hear the word newsstand, they're just so. I don't know.
Yeah, another thing they were saying on Bronze and Modern Gods this week was about the newsstand. Just now entering the census count, and it's really interesting to think like how many books are on the census count that sold.
Oh,
right?
They weren't classified as newsstands.
They weren't classified as newsstands necessarily because, they weren't breaking them out before.
Right.
Like CGC wasn't breaking them out.
Well,
so
I had run into that problem a few weeks ago when I looked up the census for. Forgot what it was. It might have been New Mutants '98. I think it was Deadpool.
Oh.
We were looking at the census for newsstand, and there was none.
Right.
No idea. So I guess everybody has to just report back with their copies to CGC. Like, I have a newsstand. Mine's a newsstand.
Yeah, because that's gonna happen. No doubt.
Calling all collectors. Whoever has a New Mutants '98, let us know if you have a newsstand or not. There's not much to
Um,
be said about Wolverine 1. It was one
no,
of the very first comics that I bought for first appearances. I bought this at it was a fundraiser at a hospital, and some guy had like 6 long boxes. I bought this book for $25. Still
yeah,
have it.
the folks that I looked at that collection last year, or they had approached me about buying the collection, and then are convinced that they're they're going to be the first people in the new version of Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous from these 3 long boxes of comics they have.
Yeah.
They had 4 of this, I think. So I would have loved to have been able to buy that collection, but until probably 10 years from now, they'll call me again because they're not going to do anything about it.
All right,
Um,
next.
I mean, we're not surprised that Last of Us is on here. Just,
Not surprised, but I'm not in on this. I
Yeah.
I don't care.
but you were surprised last week when we were telling you the price, right? You didn't realize it had gotten that high.
No. I mean,
Yeah.
I see 6,000 copies. That certainly aids in the overblown price.
I'm kind of shocked that there's that big of a disparity between the 9.8 and 9.6, given the limited total number of copies.
Well,
I mean,
Dark,
that's a
Dark Horse and having a lot of Star Wars books from this age, there's a lot of color rub. So with these
Yeah.
black edges, you'll see a lot of white.
yep.
So this is probably not an easy one to find in high grade. I'm guessing.
That's
Dark
yeah.
Horse
That's why I
did
was
not
saying
have
I'm
good
surprised.
quality.
That's why I'm saying I'm surprised. There's like almost a 700. Well,
Yeah,
there's a $700 difference between the 9.8
yeah,
and the 9.6.
yeah. Got to look at the census on that one. There's got to be less than, I don't know, 50. That's another thing too. You gotta remember that a lot of people weren't sending this book in to get graded. Now they're gonna be. So I wonder how many are like on board to get graded. Like you're gonna see the census spike out of control.
Yeah, the interesting thing to me is though, like how many of these would have been maybe bought by fans of the video game that aren't necessarily big comic collectors too, So like, I think there's probably a good portion of these that didn't necessarily get treated that well because you had this overflow, and there may have been people who bought this as a comic that didn't care about comics.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way about Halo books too. Like I think you probably at that Master Chief superset might have had a Halo book in it, but same thing though. Like you buy a Halo book when you're at Barnes and Noble and not really at the you're not seeking one at a comic store.
Yeah.
So yeah, same thing. I don't know.
So not a surprise that that's on here at all, though, and these last 2 are certainly not. The next 2 are certainly not a surprise.
Well, like we said, when we're talking about the conceiving of our top 10 list. Once it's already on this list, it's no longer a candidate for our list.
Sure,
so like,
sure.
it's already too late to buy this book. Like, I would never
What,
spend, huh?
Kang?
No, Last of Us.
Oh, Last of Us. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Yeah, it's too late. Don't buy this book. It's too much money.
I thought you were talking about Avengers 8. I was like, Avengers
No.
8's been too late for about 14 months now.
Yeah.
Although it's had a weird drop. It had a weird drop again.
I'm surprised that there is a bump and not a decrease. 9.4 for 14 grand. I can't. Can you imagine what a 9.4, 9.6, 9.8 looks like in this book? I mean, these
No, yeah.
60s books in high grade look beautiful. They look so good. Remember when we were at the auction sites booth and just looking at like the quality of a 9.8 from the 60s, and you're just like, wow, the colors just explode.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think that's probably why you see. I mean, a 7.0 is $2,400 still.
Yeah.
So, that's a
You look at that book and you're like, oh, I need that book.
right. A 4.5 is $1,000 book.
Yeah. That's how I felt when I saw my Tales of Suspense 50, that first Mandarin.
Yeah.
Zap Comics had one. It was too good to pass up. I had to buy that book. It wasn't even why I was at the show, but I was like, That beats the hell out of the book that I got. It's beautiful.
Well, I thought you got your first Mandarin online though. Didn't you get it on an online auction?
I got a beater online. And
Okay.
then when I was at King Con, there was Zap Comics had a really nice one for like 600.
Okay.
And I bought it. But I wasn't I was not there to get that book, but it was like it just screamed to me. It was beautiful.
And it was raw, right?
It's raw, yes. But I think it
So,
could be in the 6s.
Yeah. I guess there's really no other reason
So do you
that we
think
need.
you think this one's peaked?
2%.
2% is not a big jump. That means it's the slowdown is there. It's not really.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think. You look at that high grade. That's a 41% increase. But this is what we're talking
from
about.
2021 though.
Well, yeah, but 2021 is a freaking like
That's
when
true.
you know,
That's true.
that's the
You're
that's
right,
the
peak.
peak of the market. I think what this falls into, Dolph, is like you asked me the other week, did I regret selling the Star Trek one, right? And I said, if it was a 9.0, I think I'd probably regret selling it because of how low the census count is. Like, and I think that's what you're going to see. I think even with this pullback, I don't think we're going to see pullback in the
Major keys.
you know the
big
top
boys.
5%, top 10% of copies in grade. I mean, heck, didn't like 5 years ago there was only ever like one comic that had ever sold for $1 million, and now
Mhm.
now there's like 9 or something like that have sold for $1 million.
Yeah, pretty much.
Something
And
like
most of
that.
them, well, let's just say most of them are golden age. When silver
Well,
age started hitting $1 million, that's like when things have changed.
Well, sure. I
'Cause
mean,
that Spider-Man, that Amazing Fantasy is
9.6, $3.6 million, right?
that changed something because now we're not talking about golden age stuff from the 40s. This is like a book
I mean,
from the 60s.
Spotlight 5 from the 70s in a 9.8 sold for $250,000. So
But
I
it was
think
also it was the promise. It was a pedigree that helped too.
what's the Spotlight book?
Wasn't that from the promise? The
No, Spotlight book is way too new for the Promise collection.
was it?
That dude passed away in the Korean War. So that Spotlight 5, like
Was he a
he would have
time traveler?
he would have had to have been back in time, and he's Marty McFly, like in order to have
Why did
had
I
that.
think that was like the highlight over the Solomon Grundy? That was the Promise collection. The
Solomon Grundy was the Promise collection.
But the
The
Spotlight
Phantom
5 is
Lady
not,
was
yeah.
the Promise collection.
but that was all
The
the same
highest-
sale.
highest
why I'm
grade
confused.
Riddler. The highest grade Riddler was Promise collection. All those books. But did you see? Do you follow? Is it Mr. Comic Connect or whatever on Instagram today? He showed
No.
they got a Mad 1 in a 9.8.
That's another one, man. Jason, that's another one. I'm
a
I'm a
9.8.
huge Mad guy. That's
a
crazy.
9.8 of Mad 1, and it's a pedigree. Just bonkers.
I was looking at a 4.0 at New York Big Apple Con.
Uh,
I was looking at a 4.0. He wanted 1,500, I think, for it. That's another one of those weird number ones that I want to get my hands on. A Mad 1.
sure, it's awesome.
I'll tell you, one of my biggest regrets is selling my Sports Illustrated one. It had to have been a 9.6. I should have had that graded before I sold it.
When did you sell a long time ago?
Yeah, it was a few years ago. A guy walked into the store. Henry didn't want it because it was sports, and they don't buy sports magazines. I gave him $80 for it. It came in like a pleather fold with a certificate, and it was kind of sealed in a plastic like sleeve, like heat sinked into the. It was perfect. It was a beautiful copy.
How physically large was it?
Like
Were they small?
it was smaller
Like
smaller than a Treasury. It's like a magazine, like a Life magazine, kind of.
Okay.
But yeah, I regret selling that. I made some money. I think I sold it for like $400. But if I can't imagine a Sports Illustrated 1 in a 9.6. Man, that's probably some good money.
So all of those publications, like Playboy, they were all like that bigger size and like a.
Yeah. Well,
They're not.
Playboy
It's not a
1 I think
glossy,
was smaller actually.
but they're not glossy covered, right?
No,
Like they're
paper.
paper, right?
Yeah. Playboy 1 I think was they didn't go large. I think they went larger after 2. But
I was reading
I think the
something
first 2
about.
were small.
I was reading something about how some of those early magazines, because they were like a newsprint,
Yeah.
like you really should be very much buyer beware. You have to really know what you're buying. If it's not
Yeah.
like authenticated in a grade or something like
Yeah.
that, really know, because there's so many fakes and stuff like that, or
I
so many
wonder
facts.
if there's one, you could probably see it in the slab. Let's just see. Playboy 1. Let's see if somebody CGC'd it. $6,800. No, I guess maybe Playboy 1 was that big. I don't know why. I thought Playboy 1 was smaller. No, I guess not. That's pretty big.
Graded one, yeah.
There's a 4.5 for $7,500. Wow.
Yeah, see, it goes to the edges of that magazine.
Yeah, it certainly does.
It's
Yeah.
big, yeah.
Yep, it's big.
Maybe you better not look up the Sports Illustrated one graded for your own sake.
It might not be as much as I think it is. Sports.
Who was on the cover? Was it Yankees?
Robbie Thompson.
Okay.
Shot heard around the world.
Yeah, shot heard around the world. Pittsburgh Pirates.
CGC, Giant.
Or Giant, that's right.
Oh God.
Great.
Right, there's a big discrepancy though. It's Eddie Matthews. I thought it was Bobby Thompson.
Well, what year was it?
I'm wrong. 54.
Yeah, that's too early, right? Bobby Thompson's in the 60s, isn't it?
It's too early. 9.6. All right, so that sold for $843. 9.8 for 5,200. It definitely could. It could have gotten a 9.8. It was that nice. Ugh.
What a great cover.
I think they have baseball cards in them too. So if you see them, let's see, it says with the cards. Yeah, with baseball card insert. You got to see them. They're really cool. They're like he probably has a picture of them, I would assume. Yeah, look at that. It's got a sheet of cards in them.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cool? So there's like the Eddie Matthews and Jackie Robinson. Like
how much are those cards worth?
I mean, that's all part of it. Like, so I don't know. Probably not that much. I mean, yeah, Duke Snider's there.
Well, that's crazy though. Like you'd imagine that these versions would be in much lower quantities than actual.
I don't think they're perforated though. There's Ted Williams. That's nice. Yeah, how cool is that? Like it's a full sheet of 54s. Isn't that awesome?
So I really wonder, are they just like the? Oh, what's that? They're only selling that for $81.
Yeah, I mean they're not as thick as a card. You know, it's obviously paper, but it's like card stock, but not a card.
Okay.
But yeah, I wonder if you could. Yeah, I mean it's $81, so I can imagine. Yeah, this one with all collectible baseball cards in it, $470.
Right, but like any of those cards, I'm sure that a really clean Jackie Robinson from 54 is worth way more than $81. I'm sure it's worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, if you could cut it out of there clean, yeah, I bet you're right. I bet you could probably get that slabbed, because you can get those slabbed anyway. Like the Pele rookie is a cut as a magazine cut. That Muhammad Ali rookie that everybody looks after is a cut from a magazine, like a Swedish or a Danish magazine. And that one is crazy money. So yeah, those hand cuts, if you can do them well and they get high grade, yeah, crazy money. All right, on to MODOK.
All right, the last three books are all Ant-Man.
Yeah, they really are.
Oh, I'm sorry, Omega Man is still. I don't even think we need to talk about Omega Man.
We don't need to talk about Omega Man. But here's the
thing.
It's
Although,
all
did you see Momoa's like Instagram post where he's
he's
like,
Aquaman all the way. No Lobo.
huh?
He's Aquaman all the way. No Lobo. Isn't that what he said?
No, he said big things he can't say about it. You didn't see that? You didn't see his Instagram video, his reel,
Oh
where he said he
no.
just got off the phone with such and such about his future with his future with Warner Brothers, and he's like giddy.
Oh, I thought because I read an article where he made a post where he pretty much states that he'll be Aquaman for life.
I maybe that means they're not going to make a new Aquaman, possibly.
Oh,
Like,
I don't know. Or so
uh,
I guess that opens up the possibility for Lobo.
yeah.
He is perfect for Lobo, though. I mean, come on.
I mean, even his like actual demeanor as a real human being
It is
is great.
Lobo. It's very Lobo. Yeah.
You know, kind of like surfer dude mentality kind
Yeah.
of thing. You know.
Yep.
So, MODOK. I mean, you know, what else do you say about MODOK? This book has had several spikes already.
Not much to say. It is.
Is there just a crap ton of these Tales of Suspense books that I mean, look at the difference between a 3.0 and a 4.5 is only $30.
Yeah.
I'm definitely buying a 4.5 if I can buy 3 grades higher for $30 difference.
Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, heck, if you know,
You might as well just pitch in for the 7.0.
I was gonna say it's only
200
four
bucks,
it's only
300.
4 times as high for a 7.5, and you can get
Yeah.
what is that 3.54, 4.55, 5.56, 6.57, 7.5, 9 grades higher for only
$300
$330.
more. Yep. Why not?
So yeah, that's I just you've seen so many more of these stuff. I never see high grade Tales of Suspense though. It's like
No, I don't either.
it's like the ones that I've seen.
You know the
The
pool.
ones that I've seen is that kids must have really read their Tales of Suspense
Yeah.
books because they are always, and maybe it's the paper and a little bit too, but they are always really just beat up around the edges. Almost every Hawkeye book, almost every first appearance of Hawkeye,
Yeah,
including the
it's
one I
bad.
had,
Mine's
was
a beater.
beat to hell.
Black Widow too. They're all just beaters. Yep.
So, but
That's why.
you have
Also,
several,
that's why when I saw that Mandarin, I had to have it.
you have several of these, right, MODOK?
I
Did you
have.
have?
I have. Tales of Suspense. I have 2 right now. I think I sold a couple. Oh, that's by value, not by number. Series issue. Yeah, still 2. That's it.
Some great covers. There's
Great covers.
all right. Well,
Back to Key Collector. Not much left to say.
Not much left.
Ant-Man is, Ant-Man.
yeah, I'm excited for the Ant-Man movie. I really am.
I really am too. I can't wait to see it.
I don't know what to expect. The interesting thing is, though, what I've always really loved about the Ant-Man movies is that there is that comedic overtone, and I don't know if we're going to get that, because
This is
got so much more of a serious kind of
this is
vibe to it.
exactly what Tarantino was saying the other day. He did an interview and he says you're not going to see a Captain America movie to go see Chris Evans. You're not going to see a Thor movie to see Chris Hemsworth. You are going to see an Ant-Man movie for Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
That would be the big difference between him and all of these other movies. I'm going to see Ant-Man because I love Paul Rudd, not because I want to see Ant-Man as much.
Yeah, I think I'm going. Yes, I'm going to see Ant-Man because of like just the overall tone of the Ant-Man movies. Like I like the tempo to them. I freaking love Michael. What's his face? Michael Pena. Is it Michael Pena?
Yeah,
Oh my God!
he's great.
Whenever he does like the recaps, which
Yeah,
he does in both movies,
yeah.
and it's his voice, but you see
That
all of
was like the first hint to Spider-Man too.
basically seeing the mimic. Oh my gosh,
I
it's
know.
so freaking good. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I know.
yeah,
Michael
I
Pena is
love
awesome.
it. So I'm really interested to see the film. I just think it's going to be a cool, like what could be that cool first film to like, just like the
Yeah,
Thanos,
this is
arc.
the one that sets
This
it all up.
this would be the one that sets it all up, right? Yeah. So and I think Jonathan Majors is a great actor, and
Agreed,
he
John.
looks so bad as
He looks
in the Kang.
really good. That is a very honest Kang look. He looks really good.
So yeah. So but aside from that, I really have no idea what to expect.
Yeah. All right. Lobo.
And then Omega Man, we don't really need to listen.
No, I guess not.
But check that out if you get a chance tonight to see if you can find that Instagram post that he
You have to
that he
look for that. Yeah, I don't know why I thought what somebody's interpretation, I guess, of it was said that he's firmly gonna be Aquaman and not Lobo, but maybe I was wrong, or maybe the article was wrong.
John, I agree. Rudd could be a sneaky new lead of all the Marvel movies,
Definitely.
aka Downey-esque. Yep,
Yeah,
I
agreed.
agree. He's got that kind of like almost like almost like twinkle in his eye. It's not breaking the third wall. It's not Ferris Bueller kind of this, but it is almost like a nod.
He's
to
got that
Godfather.
snark to him where he's just
Yeah, and
like
he's likable.
he's likable.
It's like it's like a honest snark, if there is such a thing.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway,
anywho,
yeah. Is there anything else to talk about?
not really.
You lost your brother.
We did lose him. I am starting to get ready for my con at the
Yeah.
end of February.
Yeah, where are you gonna be? Let's do
Right
let's-
here, State College. Yeah.
State College. Do you know what the con's name is?
Yes, it's the Happy Valley Comic and Collectibles Convention. So
Right.
HVC cubed.
There you go, boys and girls. Jason will be at
so-
the Happy Valley Comic Con.
There is over 100 vendors. For all of you that love the comic controversy, Clayton Crane
Thanks,
will
Paul.
be Clayton Crane will be in attendance. As an artist, I don't think there's going to be any stapled acetate covers. But
No.
I actually really like Clayton Crane's artwork too.
I do too. It's unfortunate this whole thing kind of fell on him because
Yeah.
I do like his covers. He is a talented
Oh,
artist.
I love his almost daily sketch covers where he
Yeah.
sketches on top of
He does-
another.
He does good stuff. But yeah, this whole acetate gate, whatever.
Yeah, but
Good night, Michael.
Chris, good night, Michael. Chris had expressed some interest in possibly coming out, so you'll have to touch base, and if
Yeah,
you guys
maybe we'll all do a thing. Like that'd be cool.
because you guys can stay at my apartment for the weekend. I do have 2 extra passes for each day, so I'm not sure if I have a couple of my friends want to come and visit, so I might have an extra pass. I do have to give my son an extra pass
Nice.
one day, so
Nice.
but yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm excited. I don't know if I don't know if we'd even if I fast tracked some of the books that I have with you. I don't know if it would get them
You're
back to
cutting it
me
close.
in time.
It
yeah.
might be worth the try. I have because I was homesick for the last 2 days. I was cleaning all of my friend Jeff's books. I'm almost done with his, and then I'll either start yours or start Chris's. Chris's really doesn't need cleaning. They're all modern Star Wars, so most of his are just presses.
Yeah, the
So
interesting
do you want
thing
me to
is
get started on yours, or
Well, so the interesting thing is I set some books aside at Jimmy's for you. These are books that I want to get graded. I'm almost tempted to try and get the moderns done as opposed to the
Hold on
silver
one
age.
second, because I got your plastic thing right here that you gave me last time. Let's
Yeah.
see what's what, because I know you gave some to me as button books, but I want to make sure I know what's yours to press and clean. All right.
Right,
Give me
right,
2
right.
seconds. Nice and handy. All
There's
right.
so many different plastic containers I've kept books in. It's hard to remember which.
These are without a doubt the best comic containers that are
Well,
on the planet.
you know-
They're perfect.
There
So
may
this
be
is-
some of the Boys and Girls Club.
Press and clean, right?
Yeah, that's just a press and clean. Yeah.
That's a submission.
That's-
Astonishing
Yeah,
Tales.
no, I'm not going to submit that. That's for you. That because Kazar book's for you.
Yeah, this is pretty host.
Yeah.
And Transformers the movie.
That was for you too.
Okay. Everything is in the tub, so just
That one's in. That's for you too. I was giving you those books. This Transformers, I knew you just liked the book, so it's actually in pretty good shape. But those were for you.
Thanos. The rest are button books, but this one's not. This Batman 10 center.
That's not my book.
It's not.
No, I don't have a 10-cent Batman.
How did it get in here?
That's not my book. It's no mine.
Okay. Punisher 20. The rest are button books.
What, I don't know.
So
Probably.
Punisher 2099.
Yeah,
The
if
Nam.
they're not in thing, then they're all button books. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
They're
they're
not
all.
flat.
They look like button books. Archie's Pals and Gals.
Yeah, they must all be button books.
Yeah, they look like button books.
Yeah, because all the
The
books
rest
you'd
of
have-
them are all beaters.
the
Hey,
books.
Dolph, are you going to be making buttons in the near time future?
I can. Why?
I would like to make a couple Kim Young-ji buttons
Yeah.
for my book bag, and
Yeah. What do you got in mind?
I have a couple ones that just cool little pieces I always liked and stuff. So
Are you gonna print them out on paper and then you want me to just make a
Yeah.
button out of it? Yeah. So,
yeah, I was thinking that. I was
what-
might maybe do like a rest in peace or something like
I
that.
think
you
I
know?
got a 1 inch. The one's a 1 inch, and I think the other one's a 1/2 inch. So if you just print it on a square, and I'll just cut it out.
Okay.
All
That'd
right.
be cool.
Yeah, I can make anything you want. Yeah, the rest look like button books. Some of them don't even have covers.
Yeah, my books
All
that
right,
are
so
in
it's
you.
just this.
That was for Jimmy. Yeah, that's just
This
for
is
Jimmy.
Jimmy's that we're gonna. Okay.
Just try and make it look a little nicer. That's all.
Oh, we can make it look so nice.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna by the time I get that for the 8th time in a collection, it'll be really nice.
So what is this?
I have no idea where you got that.
Did I buy this?
That's got to be a golden age at 10 cent.
Yeah. Batman 140. Did I buy this? Wait, what's the significance of Batman 141?
I did not.
'Cause this
Remember, I
this
had that-
thing I
I had
would
that
buy.
Batman 58, the super early Two-Face, where it had no back cover. Remember, I had that book, and the front cover was pretty roach too, but I sold that.
Early is a Silver Age.
That would be
No significance. What does that say? That says second appearance of Batgirl, first appearance of Cockmaster. What does that say? That can't be right.
that is by a different publisher than DC.
Clockmaster.
There you go.
Blockmaster.
Ah, silly 47-year-old eyes. All right. So this is probably mine.
That was
Maybe I'll just put it in there.
that was published by DIC Comics.
Yeah. Oh God.
Jim, I was going through that collection I bought. I still have 2 or 3 long boxes to go through still. the ones that I sold all the video game books, and this was in there.
Ooh.
Ooh, Frazetta.
Ooh.
There was this. Then there was
Is that like a just like a portfolio book? It has like different things in there?
It's called
like what I
Frazetta-
got Jimmy when I bought that autograph. That was like
Frazetta Book 4 is what it's called, Jim.
Oh, I've never seen it.
And there was some random issues of Creepy from the late
in fact,
early
Alex from the comic book store gave me a Creepy #1 to press. It's pretty cool.
early 80s. The
See,
random Star Wars Insider.
some of the Star Wars insiders are worth something too, Jason. You have to look
This
at
has
that.
some first appearances.
This
The one
is
with
great,
The Jawas on the front has a first appearance in it.
Dolph, you're going to love this, and maybe I'll just give this to you. It was never used. It is a Thundercats coloring book. Mumra
Nice.
meets match.
Mumra meets his match. I love that.
Never colored in at all. So
Until I get my hands on it.
there's
Color
that.
in all the pages.
A monster, one of the monsters magazines.
Those go for decent money if you have a lot of them. Like those
Yeah, just-
those creepies, like sell them as a lot. They'll sell.
Yeah, I'll probably just put them in a
Yeah.
table
bunch-
at the show.
Bunch them together. Get like one of those big giant Ziploc bags, bunch them together, and sell them as a lot. You'll do all right with creepies.
This is cool. This is beat up, but this is a collected work of the origins of the
That's cool.
DC heroes. I mean, these were all just random things that were in with that collection. Inhumans, which I think that's a Sienkiewicz
It's a lot of hair, Medusa.
cover.
That's a lot of hair.
Check out Black Bolt on
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
the.
Wow, that actually looks like an early Assad Ribic, Jace. That's weird.
It's a colored pencil too, Jim.
Sort of his scowling kind of character.
Then I don't know if this is like a freaking early Dungeons and Dragons, but Warriors of the Shadow Realm.
I've had a few of those. A lot of like Tolkien, like it's on the cover, like a lot of Tolkien, a lot of fantasy like books. They just like talk about write articles on it.
This is a freaking great cover of Weird magazine.
It's a good
The
one.
monsters from '81, and then these I know I can sell on eBay because I sold all the other games. The Ultimate
man.
Guide to Fighting Games
Yeah.
'95,
Yep.
Ultimate Guide to Fighting Games '96. Had a lot of success selling those video games. Then that was this special edition, probably sold in the grocery stores or whatever,
Oh yeah.
of episode 1. And then last but not least, just weird, like I said, random stack girls of gaming.
Hey Jay, just take a perusal through there. I don't know offhand, but Adam Hughes sometimes did pinups and those kind of things. I don't know if that's one of them.
Wouldn't you know in your checklist?
Not on this checklist. It
Doesn't
doesn't
say
have the
interiors?
it doesn't have the oddball.
Right, and some of these things are not computer art; they're actually illustrations. Oh yeah, a lot of it's actually illustrations. I'll check it out, Jim. Yeah, some of them are like watercolors and stuff, so some of them are like production art.
That's cool.
But yeah, but these were all things that were just thrown in. So I'm going to do really well in that collection by the time everything's said and done.
Yeah, you will.
So, but these are things that I was going to discard because they had some smoke smell, but I looked online. Oh, Jim, this one has to become yours, man. Can you see this?
Oh, that's
Can you see
cool.
what it says? You see what this says?
Jersey City Public
Jersey
Library.
City Public Library. Come on. Boys and Girls Club of Delaware.
There's that guy from Seinfeld. What is it? Sia Copernicus? He's still looking for his.
Yeah, that's right.
Was it Copernicus?
What was his name?
Capricorn?
Is that,
Was it Capricorn?
yeah,
It was
yeah.
The old guy who's from Magnolia.
That's the one. That's the one that he was the gym teacher.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, Jim,
No, that
that's-
was.
No,
Was it that book?
yeah, it was that book. Because he left it at the gym.
Can't stand you.
Can't stand you. Can't stand you.
God, I
That's
love that
literally
show.
what these are. These are the collected origin stories of all the actual printed copies of all the
Oh, that's
originals
cool.
of all the DC Wonder Woman, Superman, Green Lantern, Shazam, Batman, Green Arrow, Plastic Man for Dolph, the Flash, the Atom, and Hawkman. This is the collected origin stories. That's cool.
Very
So
cool.
yeah, anyway, I'm selling. Dolph, you want this? You want this
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be awesome.
Mumra
Yep. Me and Jimmy on our next
drink and draw?
drink and draw. We'll color in some pages.
You gonna have crackers and coloring or
Hell yeah, we got to figure that out, Jimmy. Like
cold,
whenever.
cold ones? Wait, cold ones and coloring? You guys could do cold ones and coloring.
Whoa,
I don't know who would. I don't know who will
whoa.
invite.
Titans and Doom Patrol just got canceled.
Yeah,
What?
after season 5.
It says after 4 seasons.
What,
Is it
Doom
after 4
Patrol?
seasons? Yeah, they said with the DC and the HBO Max shakeups that it's not a surprise, but
Man, Doom
on,
Patrol was one of those
man.
books. One of those books that are one of those shows that Oh, so I didn't finish. So
I actually have to finish the Doom Patrol
I
newest season.
just finished Titans. It was pretty good.
all of those had a lot of smoke smell in them,
Yeah.
and
So
so
what did you use?
I Google searched it and said if you put them in a enclosed plastic container with baking soda, new thing of baking soda,
It worked.
and leave them, and it worked.
Really?
Like 36 hours. Like 36 hours, I left them closed, and like I can stick this right to my nose, and
No,
it basically
no smoke smell.
smells like old paper at this point.
Interesting. Very interesting, because I got a collection with a lot of like really bad cigarette smoke smell.
Yeah, some
Even
of
these
if they're
Marvel
bagged in
cards. These Marvel cards are
if they're
oh.
bagged and boarded, usually you can just get rid of it with if they're bagged and boarded, just by getting them out of those bags and boards helps. But the comics, but
Yeah.
anything that was loose had that odor, and it probably that you sniffing them that close probably just took your breath away a little
Yeah.
bit. I would try the same thing with that, Dolph. I would put them in a closed.
I was wondering because I saw people that use like especially when they do car detailing that they use one of those ozone machines. I wonder if
Yeah.
you could put like an ozone machine in like a plastic Tupperware and that would work, but it's not really a good thing to use.
Yeah, there's several of those things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
John, if we can get sponsorship by Arm and Hammer,
There you go.
by all means.
Hey, neither of you guys seem to have an Uncharted #1 comic book, do you?
No.
Jim, I know what Adam Hughes covers look like now, so when I'm flipping through them, I
Yeah,
generally
I have a pretty keen eye for them now too.
can say like this has got a shot, and then I start looking for it in Oz.
I told you I have I think 3 covers for you when I go back to Fortress to price out that Wonder Woman collection. I know there's a bunch there.
Yeah, I have to.
So-
I'm finishing I had all these ones that were interspersed, so I'm going through all of my Adam Hughes again and starting to click them all off, so I have an accurate.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, we'll have to get Jimmy on a all Mylar or something like that, so he's got his stuff nice and neat,
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to do what you did, Dolph, where you whatever you did that program that you cataloged all your comics.
CLZ. It's fun every few days when I ask for a price update and it scans everything and it lets me know how much my collection. It's like the stock market.
I mean,
It's kinda
because
fun.
Adam Hughes, it is the collection. I'm not only do I love it, but it is
Well-
definitely a investment. His stuff is iconic covers worth out the yin yang.
I mean, if I think I can bring it over here. Zoom, share.
Yeah, Jim,
screen.
I think your 3 short boxes of Adam Hughes would certainly cost you a couple grand to replace at this point in time.
So I can with this thing. It's kind of cool too. I can Oh my god! I bought one of those stream decks where I could do this stuff with a touch of a button, because this is driving me crazy. So if I look at creators, characters, cover artists, and then Adam Hughes. These are all the Adam Hughes books that I have.
Oh, you started getting the what was that? 3 keys or 22 keys or something? I saw a couple of those in your collection.
22 keys?
Ooh, that Detective Comics. Oh, I don't have that.
So that's there's the Harley Quinn.
There's the Harley Quinn.
The Gun Honeys.
I got the Gun Honeys.
You should have most of these.
I have the green Star Wars Legacy. I don't know if I have that yellow
I
one.
didn't know I had this. Was this from the comic book store?
I'm sure you got it at the comic book store.
Huh.
Oh, you have the Purge.
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
Oh, there's that one.
Oh, Supergirl. Oh, Supergirl. You do. You have a couple I don't have.
I do?
Yeah. You have like
Yeah,
3 or 4
Supergirl.
I don't have.
That's it. I love this one. Hooga.
I don't know how that one got past the censors, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, that's it.
Man, there's Black Widow covers and that Electric cover is so insane.
I love the Black Widow covers. I love this one.
Yeah,
That
the
one's so
last
cool.
one.
That's the last one?
That's the last one. Yeah.
That Electric.
Well,
cover is
technically,
like-
I have 4 covers with that Batgirl #1.
This one?
I have the first, second, and third printings.
The name of the title changes, right?
The color of the background. So
Oh,
it's
the
like
color.
green,
Oh, that's
green,
right, 'cause
gray,
it's
and blue. Or
purple. Yeah, okay.
And then they reused it for I think it's issue 29, and that's the one that has the robot chicken, the little Robin in the bottom corner.
Jim, did they do the Electra cover as the negative space one? Did they do that as a version?
I don't think they did it as a virgin.
Man, that I can't imagine that comic not becoming an iconic cover.
That's a great cover.
That's a
Yeah,
great
it's a
cover.
cool one too. I don't have that one.
You don't have that one?
Nope, I have the other Supermans you have.
That's a cheap
That's
one.
probably,
$3.
I was gonna say that's probably $3 or $4.
Yeah, I either
Man,
forget about the Superman ones when I go to a comic book store, or they just don't have that series.
Yeah.
Same with the Wonder Woman. They just usually don't even have that series in back issues.
That's volume 2. That's volume 5. So did he do another run in volume 5?
Well, it was basically Boland did a bunch, and then there was somebody in between, and then Hughes did a bunch.
I think I got a Peach Momoko problem. 140 covers. Jeez, I gotta relax.
Every time you say you're going to relax, you just ramp it up
I
again.
didn't even know I had 3 of these. Well, this is the one where he gets married, or he tries to get married. My favorite one is the Yoda one. And the Ninja Turtles one. Where is it? I do like that Usagi too. That one's my favorite.
Those Usagi's are cool.
That's a cool one, man. She's good.
Three.
Alright,
You want to know how many Adam Hughes Wonder Womans there are?
a bunch, I'm sure.
There's like 37, right? Something like that.
Phil Noto is that guy I always think is Adam Hughes, and he's not.
There's like 57.
Phil Noto drives me crazy. I'm like, ooh, Adam Hughes. Like, nope. It's
There's like
Noto.
57 Wonder Womans.
Really?
It's his longest run.
Here's my Scotty Youngs. I love how this just does, like, well, I gotta see too, because this is cover art. So, is there one for interior art?
It would be Penciler, wouldn't it?
Just artist.
Yeah.
Now, did he do?
You got 65 Assad Ribbicks.
Yeah, that's all. It's got to be all my Secret Wars, because I have tons of Secret Wars. Yeah. Oh,
And Thor, God of Thunders.
search artist. Did he do interior? He did. 3 interior art, Adam Hughes. So he did the interiors of that Captain America anniversary tribute?
Maybe he did
And
a
this
couple
one?
pages. Oh man, I don't have.
We definitely didn't do that cover.
No, he definitely did not do that cover, but he's definitely.
Nope, I didn't do either of those. I don't have either of those two, Wonder Woman or the.
You have that.
Blast.
You have the JLA, right?
Yeah, I have the JLA.
Because he did the cover too.
Yeah. Captain
All right,
America.
boys. Well, I'm fading. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm fading too. It's been real.
It's been
Are we still on?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you
So-
guys were just wrapping up
No.
with the talk.
Well, hopefully I'm going to try and acquire at least one more small collection before the show. And this weekend I got to acquire a crap ton of bags and boards because I still have several hundred books to bag, board and price.
Yeah.
So I won't have many big books, I don't think. But lots of 10, 20, 30, and $40 books for this show.
I think I'm gonna
And
reach out to James too and see if he wants to join us for next week. As long as I know we can do next week. I always don't want to give him short notice, so I've been afraid to
Sure.
reach out. I want to say, hey, we're going live tonight. Want to join us? I want to at least give the guys some notice.
Sure.
Well, I might have to go into the city on Wednesday next week and during the day for a faculty meeting. So I might take a walk down to Forbidden Planet
That's cool.
because I might get Chris one of the bowling shirts, and I'll see if there's any Adam Hughes sticking their noses out.
Definitely. Definitely.
Dolph, I'll follow up with you about what I do have in your basement, and then I left like 2 of those little portfolios with Jimmy for you, books I want to get, I want to submit at some point in time. So the modern ones, like I said, if I was trying to get something for the show, I would try and get the moderns because it's the Turtles 1, it's like 5th print. The Raphael 1, 2nd print.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of books in there in really nice shape, but I'm not emotionally attached to anything. So I would be buying them I'd be grading them to sell them. So.
Okay, cool. All right, where can they find you, boys?
Instagram, 2 Bent Staples Comics.
Instagram, Sire Wolf Studio.
Sarwolf Studio. And you know me, Junkyard Breaks.
Junkyard Breaks.
That's where it is, baby. All right, boys.
All right.
I'll see
Peace.
you again next time. Good seeing you.
Arrivederci.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you,
Adios
everybody.
and aloha,
Great
guys.
week.
Bye.